People need to hear this. I think we're gonna 30-second count, but they can hear us as we're doing this. And yes, I do have some malfunctions tonight, but we're gonna work it out.
You gonna tell everybody you came on here trying to show me some titty? You gonna tell them?
That you just awful. Why would I want to show you some titty?
Well,
Pride
that's a
of it.
good question.
Oh yes, he is already. Okay. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Bedroom Noise. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's 2 minutes after 8 o'clock. We are here. Hi, Brooks. How are you tonight?
Uh, I'm doing all right.
What you see? Brooks was
I'm
getting on
doing
me because what?
I'm doing well.
How was your day today?
Ah, my day was good. My day was good. I cannot complain.
No, and if you did, nobody cares anyway.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. Let me see if I can put I wanna are you on Facebook?
I can be.
Okay, can you just put the link in the chat in Facebook for me?
Put the
Hey
link.
RM, we live, we live, we live. If you're in here, please put a pink bow in the chat so I know you're here. If you want to, or at least say hi. Do something up in the chat so I know you're here. Hey RM. Hey Ike. Bedroom Noise family. That's my SBGB TV family up here already. We up in here. We up in here. I just have a few things that I want to. Okay, look. This week has been crazy. Brooks, are you listening to me?
I am. You want me to put something in the chat? I'm trying to do that.
Oh yeah, I forgot y'all can't do a
You
couple of
got me
things at one
multitasking.
time.
You know I don't do. Yeah. Yeah. No, don't set me up for failure.
I know you can't do that.
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Okay, let me
mm-mm.
make sure I'm on Facebook while you doing that.
Okay,
I'm about
let's
to.
see.
I'm gonna chat with you guys before we get started. I just want to just vibe out for a minute, just because it's been such a long week for me. Not that you guys. I think y'all care a little bit. Hey Ike.
Link is in the chat.
Hey. Thank you. I appreciate you. You know I
Don't worry.
do. Okay, look, the week has been very, very long. I was about to come thugged out today. I'm not going to lie. I was about to come straight thugged tonight.
Mm.
Hmm. Yeah, it's been one of them nights. I mean, these weeks.
Instead,
So,
you made some.
welcome, my friends. Huh?
Instead, you made some choices, huh?
I made some choices.
You
Probably
didn't
some
come
wrong
thugged out at
choices.
all. Yeah. Oh, I like the choices are good.
You like the okay? Okay,
I'm not mad.
Brooks.
Okay.
I want to welcome my friends, my new friends, my returning friends to Bedroom Noise, a grown and sexy, intimate relationship chatter with your very own girl, Jameka Necole. Let's get undressed and let's talk about it. Before I welcome this week's co-host, I want to give a moment of silence, if we can, to Chief Washington. When I speak about good quality men, this man was he was great. He was a great man, not only a great man, but a great friend, not only a great friend, but a great father, not only a great father, but a great husband. Sometimes men get that fatherhood together, they get that strong, but they don't lack in that husband. This man hit every area. He was a great friend, a great co-worker, great father, and great husband, and he passed. And just attended his funeral yesterday. So I want to give he was the chief. He's a chief, one of the only black chief that we have in this area. So I want to give a moment of just a moment of silence for him. The pastor described him as he called it the Marlins model. He had intentionality. He was inspirational, and he described inheritance of n- people think of inheritance just money wise, but he was saying that Chief Washington exhibit inheritance through his family and through his faith. So I sum it all up and say black excellence. So I'm gonna just give a moment of silence for him. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. He was an excellent guy. I mean, the numbers. I mean, the church was so full. I mean, it had to be hundreds of people there physically, and I don't know how many people online. So it was great. Just tells you who he was and his character to have that many people there. So I also have added the link in the chat. So if you feel froggy tonight, you want to join this conversation, please feel free to come up. Just hit the link and I will bring you up tonight. And moving forward, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to always have the link in the chat so you can just come on up and chat with me. If I know you, you don't have to have your camera on. If I don't know you, I need your camera on until we get to know each other, until we better friends. We all friends here. We all friends here. But until I get to know you a little bit better, I'm going to need your camera on, okay? So yeah, that's where we're at. I want to welcome this week's co-host, Mr. Brooks, to the stage. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You know, I have one question for you.
Oh, what's this?
Are you willing and able to get undressed together and chat about it with me?
Absolutely. You're halfway there. I'm ready.
Stop. You're going to make me feel really bad, and I'm trying my best.
Oh
I
no,
was
don't
trying.
fidget. Don't fidget. No.
You got me all just. People know I try my best. Whatever. I'm not even about to do this with you tonight. Close your eyes. Undress simply means choosing to be emotionally vulnerable, completely exposed, dropping your guard, and stripping of our defenses. Every conversation is an opportunity to explore the many ways we connect emotionally, physically, sexually, and intellectually through active listening, emotional regulation, radical empathy, and our favorite part, curiosity over judgment. The mission of Bedroom Noise is to restore, repair, rebuild, and reconnect love and relationships. That's what we're here for. So, yay! I'm excited to be here today. We have an exciting show tonight. I also wanted to say one more thing before we get started. Tomorrow night, I'm going to go live again, and we're just going to have cocktails and conversation. I'm just kidding. We're just going to be random tomorrow. It's just going to be random. I'm going to throw the link in the chat, and if you can come up and just come and chat with me, all the questions that you have for me, all the whatever you want to do, like anything you want to ask me, any things about relationships or just anything, just come, because I'm not always able to respond to every DM that I'm getting. I do appreciate all the DMs I'm getting. I appreciate all the love and all the support. I truly do. And I'm trying my best. It's only one of me. I'm trying my best to get to everybody, respond to everybody, but I can't spend like a lot of time going back and forth answering questions on relationships. We're here and I don't know all the answers. So I love you to bring it here so then I could have our friends help us answer some of these questions too. So bring your questions to Bedroom Noise. Save them for Bedroom Noise. Bring them here and we can talk about it. I can even carve out a area where we can just throw those questions in there and we can have that little time to do that. So I can't respond to everybody in my DM. I can't, but I will try my best. So welcome to Bedroom Noise. That was all the business that we had to take care of. You know the topic tonight, Mr. Brooks?
No, what is it?
Are we exclusive and committed?
Okay. All right.
I want to know. So what do you think? What would you say? What's exclusive and committed? Are these two different things, or are they tied together, or you can have one without the other? I want to make sure that we're going to be talking about the same thing at the same time here.
Yeah, I think they're two different things depending on
You
who
do?
you talk to. Yeah. Yeah. I think you can be exclusive with someone but not committed to them.
Okay.
I think you can be committed to someone but not exclusive with them as well.
Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, for the sake of conversation tonight, I want them two to be tied together.
Oh,
Okay, so what would be something that when you're connected, you're exclusive and you connected? Is that a certain thing, or like was that just marriage, or what is that?
Well, anymore, I'm finding that relationships are taking on so many different angles now. I mean, so you have poly life, where you may be connected to this person, but you're not exclusive with them, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have things where somebody may be dating many people, but they're only having sex with one person,
Okay.
you
Okay.
know, so they're
Okay.
committed to this
Uh-huh.
one person, but they're not, so it's, or they're, I'm sorry, they're exclusive with this one person, but they're not necessarily committed to them, right? But they only have
Okay.
sex with that person. So I'm finding that a lot of people are doing it. I mean, relationships run the gamut anymore. It's very interesting. And with life coaching, I'm just hearing so many different versions or definitions of relationship now.
Okay. So when we talk to the person that we are interested in, we have to really, 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 I stress this so much because again, I'm not here. I don't want any more people on the couch drinking a whole bottle of wine crying. So I think it's so important moving forward, like you say, right? I say exclusive and committed. I'm saying yes. You're saying no. Exclusive can look this way and committed can be this way. The two does not have to go together. And so I want to make sure that women and men are making sure when they're getting into these relationships that they have had this conversation and saying exactly what does this mean. Like it's almost like kindergarten style, right?
hmm You need to make sure that the conversation that you're having with somebody, that you guys are secure in your definitions.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you guys both agree upon the same things. It's the same with parenting a child. It's basically the same thing. As you go through a relationship, you also need to talk about the rules that govern your relationship, because a lot of times what I find is that people are not discussing those rules. And so they're kind of bumping through a relationship, which creates a lot of misinteractions. And like I've said before, a misinteraction is a paper cut. Too many of those,
Yes.
you bleed out.
Yes. And I think that's in all parts of the relationship, almost everything, finances, everything, right? Like everything has to be discussed. Everyone has different, believe it or not, people have different definitions of things. And you and I've had this conversation before. People have different, I mean, we're not going by what the Webster dictionary says with some of these definitions, right? So I'm almost thinking almost everything, especially in a relationship, you are going to have to break it down because people are just, what I say friend doesn't mean, what a friend is. What I
Right.
say committed doesn't mean what's committed. So Mark, hi Mark. Hi D twins. What Mark says is what is totally commitment nowadays. Right. That's a whole
Oh.
that's a
Yeah,
whole thing, right?
yeah, that depends on the time, the area. What is totally committed is what the two of you completely agree upon. Some
Yep.
people think not being sexually committed to each other completely is committed enough. So I
Okay.
believe it gets down to committed enough, really.
Wow.
You know.
That's pretty scary. So as far as this bedroom noise podcast tonight, I want to say that we agree that for the conversation that we're going to have tonight, and we can play around with it. I'm open. I'm flexible. But I want to start off at least with commitment, and being exclusive means we're not seeing anyone. We don't have anybody on the side. We don't have a work husband. We don't have. please,
Okay,
please stop it. Please stop
man,
it.
that's tough.
Please.
That's tough. That's
How
tough.
t- how tough is it?
You know, right now, I think everybody's in a poly relationship.
I know what you mean by that, Brooks. I
Yeah,
do not.
and,
I
and
do know what you mean by.
and unfortunately, it just seems that way. You know, I don't know that a lot of people believe that one person can be their sole answer to everything. Um, I'm 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 wondering if that's the case. What I'm finding is that that's not the case right now. There's too much, let's just say, supply. Let's call it that. People are receiving too much attention. There's just so, oh, you're going with the thighs. Okay,
I'm
I
not.
got
I just need
you.
my back.
See
I
what
told
you're
you I had
doing
a.
here.
Can you see?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
my.
You good with me? Just keep on going. We're good. Don't even, girl. Don't even worry about it.
No, no. I have to. I just. Brooks. Thank you. Go ahead and finish your. your statement.
It's just simply saying that, we live in a time. I mean, when I was younger, yeah, I hate to, kind of tell my age or whatever, but when I was younger, you were basically who you could reach is who you could really reach and touch for the most part, you
Yeah,
know.
fact.
But right now, you have access to anyone in the world for the most part. And, you know, that that's a big deal. So why should someone be committed just to you when Jojo over here says he has a yacht and a 7,000 square foot house and he wants me too? Those DMs are a monster.
Yeah,
You're fighting against an ideal, right? You're what is,
but
they're what you believe they are.
it's not hard for some people.
I don't know. What's
It's
a
not
divorce
hard for
rate now?
everyone. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I hear what you're saying. I do think that some it is hard for some, but I don't think it's hard for all. I don't.
I
It's
agree
not
with
hard
you.
for me
No, no.
at all.
Listen. Wait.
What?
It's not hard for you. Okay. What are you saying exactly? Let's delve into
No,
this.
to fight out. Not to be victim of the DMs is what I'm saying.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, all right. You know what? I'm gonna take you at your word on that. I can't prove different, so I'm gonna listen. All right.
Thank
So,
you. I appreciate that since I do know. I do know.
hey, I'm just saying you get a lot of DMs, and
I,
you know
mhm.
you get a lot of attention. So I just wonder, you know,
What you wonder?
is it difficult for you to shut that off and truly be committed to one person and not wander at all?
When I'm in a relationship, I only see that one person. I don't see nobody. People tell me, "You see that guy look?" I don't see nobody looking nothing. And I wouldn't probably even be on social media all like this if I was in a relationship. So I wouldn't even see what the DM was doing. I probably wouldn't even. I don't have no life now, so
Do you
it is what it is.
what you say? Whatever. I love that game. No, I love that story. I do. I like it. Hey, look, it's a good thing. It's
I
a
need you
good
to
thing.
stay focused on. Well, let me see what
I'm
put. Brooks
focused.
is right. The only problem is some people can't communicate when they need something and will rather find it somewhere.
And this is where we're going because the
Mm.
reality of the situation is, do you cut off all exes?
Absolutely. We're gonna do I when I'm with a person, I'm with the person. You don't have to worry about nothing. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. The reason
Mhm.
why I say what I say is because it's true. I believe I represent my husband or my boyfriend or whoever I'm with, I represent him. So I don't want him to be ever walk in a spot and feel, disrespected, even him not knowing. I'm not going to want him to set up. So if I can't, whatever I do, if he walked into the room and saw it, it would be just pleasing to him. That's how I
So,
operate in life. So
okay.
I don't do anything that would not be pleasing to him because I represent him.
So, I've heard this many times. And
Or
what's
what?
interesting is, and not from you, just so please don't put yourself in this group. So I'm just talking about the royal you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, and then I was talking to a lady one time, and she was telling me how she has a boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
but every Thanksgiving and Christmas, well, let me wind the story back. So she got divorced, and during the divorce, she got custody of the marital home. And every Thanksgiving and Christmas, the ex-husband comes over and has dinner with the family in the marital home where him and her made the kids. And the boyfriend is there. And that is uncomfortable as hell.
So Brooks,
Mm-hmm.
you're smart.
Oh,
Nobody put a gun to that man's head to say he needs to go over to that house. There's choices. If there's choices and decisions that he needs to make. So I mean, you bring this up a few times before, and I'm not feeling sorry for homie. I'm not. I'm
I don't
not
think
feeling
we
sorry for
should.
Pookie for going over to that house, to
I
Shaquita's
don't.
house, and having dinner and breaking bread at that house because he has choices.
This is not about him.
It is.
This is about what we're talking about. It's about commitment. And so the reality of the situation is he is committed to her. She is not. She is putting him in a situation where he has to choose because
No,
she has not.
no. We all have to, we're great pointing fingers at everyone. We all want to point our fingers. She made me do this. It's because of her I'm doing this. He has a decision. He does not have to show up on Christmas or Thanksgiving. He does not. He shows up because he feels that that's maybe his only choice, and but there's choices that you have to. You can't get to complain. You can't get to complain later and say, complain about it if you don't, if he does not like it or want it.
This is what's interesting. She claims that's a committed relationship.
I don't, Brooks. I don't understand. Are you talking about with the ex or with the current
A
situation?
woman with the current boyfriend claims that is a committed relationship.
You talking about committed relationship with the her boyfriend, the man
With her
she
current
got,
boyfriend, she claims it's a committed relationship.
and
See,
it is.
it's not about whining. What it's about is it's about differences of opinion or understanding or definition. He says it's not a committed relationship. He doesn't want this to happen. He doesn't feel comfortable in that relationship.
The,
So when he tries to pull away, right, she woos him back every single time.
oh, you're saying her current situation does not want the ex to come over to his house.
Yes, he does not want that.
So is he the man or the woman? And let me.
See,
Okay. Well,
now we're going to shame him and beat him
no, I'm
down.
not. No, I asked a question. I asked a question. That was me. My curiosity over judgment. I asked a question.
I can't judge him for whatever. What I can say is that he's being communicative, right? He is communicating and saying that he does not like this.
So
She
so
won't change it.
so can I give a suggestion to your friend or the
If you choose.
then if I was him, I wouldn't be there Christmas and Thanksgiving dinner. That's how you do that. I would not be there
So personally, I wouldn't be in the relationship at all.
because
For
but,
sure.
because Brooks, let me share this with you.
Mhm.
That man is already, it kind of tells me where he at anyway. He already over there at somebody else's man, a man that he already at someone's house already. So therefore it tells me a whole lot about him. And I'm sorry, whoever, I'm just without me having too much more information. But if you already get your bags and you go over to this woman's house that made house with another man and you up in his house sleeping on his bed and on his couch and all that stuff because you would say that he bought the house, he bought the car, he bought the shades, he bought the rugs. So if he over there wiping his feet off on the shower rug, then
But we're getting too deep. The point I'm trying to make is that her definition is that this is a committed relationship. The
it's hard for
boyfriend,
me. It's
the
hard for me to
boyfriend
have
is
that
saying,
conversation because
right.
he already done he over somebody else's house trying to
But
lay
these
in
are the
bed.
type of relationships that people are calling, committed. So I don't know. It's very difficult. Even the conversation with when do we commit? Like at what point?
Yeah, those are, yeah. So RM says work husband, podcast husband, online husband, and ex-husband. What you mean by that, RM? I'm trying to figure out what we talking about.
Yeah.
Who's all them husbands? Oh, people
These
have
are
all them husbands.
these are what people drag with them. Yeah,
They have a
absolutely.
they have all they
And
got an
still
online
and
husband.
they're in a committed relationship somewhere.
He said he's only there because he thinks she's committed to him only. No,
Well,
I get that.
he wants her to be committed to him only. But the frustration is that the ex-husband, is still there. And that's the problem.
Hey, Brent. He need to go get him another.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You need to go get another one.
He needs to look from my perspective. Yes, he needs to find, but my job's not to judge.
No, you don't need to do that tonight
No.
either. Please don't. What about Shaquita? Shaquita running cold. Shaquita got the house and she brought back the man that purchased the house.
And I
You
even
gonna
ask,
eat?
like, isn't that difficult to have somebody to entertain somebody in the room where you and someone else made your children, like that's kind of difficult, right? Um, I
I,
know that
I,
that
I,
would be
I,
very difficult. I don't know that that would be cool.
yeah, I'm not understanding I'm not understanding the guy really. I would have to know more about him
I don't
to
understand
know.
either myself, but yeah, I can agree with you. The point is about commitment, which is our definitions of commitment, I think are evolving. Um, and I also do believe that once we have that conversation, and well, even going back a step, when do we have that conversation? So if we want to talk about commitment, let's start off with when. When should you commit to somebody?
Okay.
And I guess in your opinion,
Okay. So commit, are we using are we
your
using what
definition,
commit
your
means and everything?
definition of commitment, your definition of commitment.
Yeah. So I think when both of us have a conversation and say, hey, I don't want to see anybody. I just want to see you. I'm
Mm,
interested in you. And I think like being committed is like you want to you have the same long-term goals with each other. I'm not really trying to be committed with somebody that we're still just, it's just wide open. Like it will be very clear that we have the same long-term, we have a few short-term goals together. We love being around each other. We love having conversation. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I'm not, I don't think I'm ready to have a relationship until the fun time is great, but when things are happening, maybe family issues are happening, and or not that that you've been around and you've seen how a person can, how they react, how they deal with bad days, the good days, the sad days, the lonely days, the work days, just all of that, right? Because when it's fun. And I think what happens is we get into, after fun is over, then we stuck with a person that we like, oh, the person was heck of fun. But now when life is happening, when you're talking about building and growing and making big girl moves and big boy moves, I don't like to say boss moves, but boss moves, if people understand if they don't understand what big girls and big boy moves are, when we're talking about doing those kind of things, then I'm ready, like, let's commit, like, let's commit. And that's probably a process after that. What do you
well,
think?
okay, so reasonably, how long would you say that takes for you?
Ooh, I'll be slow. I think
Okay.
I think I'm extra healed. So when you're extra healed, a lot of things is just, oof. I don't advise people to get extra healed, because extra healed getting healed is good, but when you get extra healed, oh, that's bad, because you see everything and you like, all that, right? So I don't think it's a time frame, because I think you can vibe out. You can have that with someone that you know for a very short time, or you can have that with someone you know for years and years and years. It just depends of how much quality time you're spending and how much, a lot of that, because that can I think change some things. So I don't think it's a time frame. I think it's a feeling. Like, we're here and I want to go deeper
See, I believe 3 to 5 years.
before you commit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And people get
Well,
upset
Brooks, you
about.
like 80 years old right now. So I mean,
Then I'm gonna be 85 then, because what I'm not going to do is rush for someone else's sensibilities. That's just not gonna work for me, because what happens is you make a rash decision. I want to see you through all the seasons.
yeah, I think that absolutely. The code,
Yeah.
you talking about the season, that season, or the seasons when you
No,
go through
all
bad
of
time?
your seasons. I want to see you in the
Oh,
good times. I want to see you in the bad
yes.
times. I want to see you in your sad times. I want to see you in your mad times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just let it go. It's gonna go where it goes. Don't worry about it. Just let that outfit fit however it wants to fit. We gonna
Actually, I'm
yeah.
about to get a little pen right here, so that'll help me, because you
You're
get
about
on
to
my
get it.
nerves.
Oh,
Yeah, you
on
if you don't
noise.
if you don't say nothing, it'll be okay. But you want to say something.
I'm just watching you. You all over the place.
I know, because I tried to. Can you stay focused in the things? Mark
All right.
says, can you tell when it's one sided?
Yeah. I mean, you're doing
I think you
everything.
can tell. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can tell.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
The
Yeah.
person is all about them. They don't even care to ask you how you doing, what you doing, and really, they may ask you, but do they really even care? Or are they even really listening to it? Or are they just going with the thing? Just, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, just shining you on or whatever the case may
yeah,
be, but not putting any real effort into it.
yeah.
D Clan says it's about 2 years for you.
What did he say?
He said it's about 2 years for you. He said he just guessing, but it's about 2 years for you to commit.
2 years to go commitment? I don't
See, I
think
think
so.
that's short. I think that's short.
No, I don't think so. When you really are getting, because you know why I don't think it's short? Because if you really like someone, you're trying your best to spend as much time together. So that time that you're spending so much time together, if you're just seeing somebody here and there, yeah, it could take you 80 years to do that. But if you really like seeing somebody and you like really want to be up under them, you're gonna be up under them, whether that's phone, whether that's seeing each other, like you're gonna, and so it's gonna feel like it's a much longer time because you spend so much time together. 6 months can feel like a year sometimes if you're
So you're
really involved.
describing. So don't you think maybe you're describing infatuation and it's not objective?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Not all the time. No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, 3 to 5, Mark. That's exactly right. 3 to 5. I think digmatized is like 6, 7 months, and then you running down the road behind somebody. But I
Oh,
don't know.
no, like a pen for my shirt.
I would think. You all right there? Your sky falling? What's going on?
What were you
All
saying,
right.
Brooks? What were you saying?
I just simply said that 3 to 5 years. That is usually the window. I think when we get infatuated, things move really, really, really fast, and I think sometimes that works to our detriment because I think we miss things sometimes when we move a little too fast. I
Mark
know I do. I'll just speak
Mark
for
says,
myself.
no, not like that. So Mark, tell me what it's like then.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, Tell us what it's like. Pierre says, Granny says you know too much for your own good when you are extra healed. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
extra
might be
healed
it
is
too.
not, I'm gonna tell you, that extra healed, and I have to try to find a way how to not be extra healed. So because extra healed is, whew, I don't think is a good thing.
What does extra heal do for you? I mean, how does
Extra
it
heal,
present?
I think extra heal makes you play um defense a lot.
Okay,
It makes you
okay,
play defense and you don't really get on offense. That's not good. And you see everything and you maybe critique every little thing. And I would describe it as this. Sometimes this is not me, Brooks. I'm just going to give you an example of over
yeah.
extra hill. Extra hill could be like this. I want somebody to go on trips with, and I want somebody that I can pay half rent, that I can split rent with, and you can go mess with whoever you want to mess with. That's extra healed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and
I
that
don't,
would
I
be
don't,
that would
I
be
don't care
commitment.
what you do. I just want to split rent with you or mortgage with you, and I want to travel with you, and you go do whatever you want to go do. I'm not going to even get mad if you cheat.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I learned something there, so I appreciate that. But when we talk about when we're discussing a time frame, so okay, now you're committed with this person.
Hmm.
So committed with this person, what does that mean from, let's say, for instance, from your perspective, what does that mean? When you say you're committed, it's just you and him, and neither one of you are dating anybody else.
That means for me, I'm not seeing anyone. I'm not seeing anyone. I'm not talking to anyone. My time is all my time is with him. I'm not
Okay,
in anybody's
get rid of
DM.
all the dick pics are gone, all that stuff is out. No more, no more of that.
Yeah.
You erase all that out your phone.
I don't have any of that in my phone.
I didn't say you did. I'm saying,
But
I'm
yes, if
saying
I did,
if
oh,
you haven't.
I may have something in my phone. But yeah, that would be gone. I just remembered. I think I may.
Would that mean that you then would have to? Is that and you're expecting him to reciprocate, right?
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't believe in telling a man what he should do or what he should not do. But I
Okay.
do believe if he's really serious about me, I think he would make some necessary adjustments. I think that.
That
And I
looks
think when
like
he's
what?
not serious, if he's not serious about me, he won't do those things. I don't think I would ever have to tell a man, you should do this, you should stop that. I never told it was I want to say something, but I don't think I should say something.
Let's get naked.
Yeah, so I'm gonna skip it real fast. I may come back to it, but so no. I was just gonna say this: I've never told a man that he needs to stop having female friends. I never. I've had a man tell me cut your male friends,
Mhm.
but in return, I never said to him, "You need to cut your female friends."
Okay, but is that a level of expectation for you? Even though you didn't say it, I'm asking, is it a level of expectation?
It's not. You're gonna do it. I'm just gonna make decisions what I need to do. Especially with that experience, I know now probably what I would do versus what you know what I mean. In that situation, that's why I'm saying. I think if a guy or a female is really serious, they will do what it is to do what they need to do. Now, if you talk and there's no big deal, I don't care about your old pictures and I don't care about your old this and that, then great. No big deal, right? Who cares? But if it's something that you talk about and you guys say, well, I don't want this and sometimes when you get in a relationship, in my opinion, you want to get rid of some of those things. You may not want that. I know if I get in a relationship, I may not want to. What I need to go revisit that for? I'm trying to get new memories.
So the way you said what you said that was interesting for me,
What?
right? So listening to you, you said that there are some things that you would do, but
Mm-hmm.
you would not necessarily expect someone to reciprocate.
Right.
And I'm asking you, what would you like? If you
You
had
ask.
your way, you say
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't have to tell a person, but I'm asking you because it's someone who may not know, what would you like?
In a perfect world, what I like to match people. I like to
Okay.
match. So if I'm doing this, I want you to do this too, I mean, if it was just perfect for me, that's how I would want to do it. If he's, yeah, so I would want, if I'm giving up something, I would want you to give that up as well. That's my honest answer. I would
Now,
want
see,
that.
that comes across, right? That comes across very clearly.
Hmm.
And it sounds disingenuous when you say, well, they do what they want to do. I would think you wouldn't have to tell them, whatever. But I'm going to just speak for myself. I'm the type of person you need to communicate with me, right? And in this way, I know. Because allow me to guess, hell, I'm not in your head. I don't know. It may be a nicety, but I'm not sure, right? So, but when
Hmm.
you talk to me, then I know what the level of expectation is, and I can make a decision at that point as to whether I want to acquiesce or not. And this is the
Hmm.
type of things that we're talking about when we talk about relationships. It's that kind of stuff, right? Because you may say, well, he didn't do it, so blah, 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 right? That's a paper cut.
Yes. So I probably would not be going commitment with that individual possibly if it's going to bother me so much. I like, for real, I think like being honest with myself, it comes first, right? So I have to
Yeah.
be honest with myself. It's something that if I feel like if I have to have this whole conversation, I don't mind having the conversation because he could have been with Shaquita who didn't care about that, so he might be fine with that. So I don't mind having the conversation, like saying, hey, this is what I would want, but I'm not forcing you to do that. And then if he makes the decision to do it, keep it, or then and if that's going to bother me, then it's probably somebody I'm not going to. Because one, I'm not here to change you and say, oh, you can't do that. And I'm not trying to have no arguments with nobody. I ain't arguing. I want you to be who you are. Ain't
Well,
no
for me,
arguments. I don't want no arguments.
I agree with you. Yeah, for me, it's open and honest communication. And what I'd like is I just want someone to communicate with me. Just tell me what it is, and then allow me to make whatever decision I'm going to make. If I agree, I'm going to do this. If I don't agree, I'm not going to do
Mm-hmm.
it, right.
Mm-hmm.
But if you talk to me, then we can discuss it as two adults, and we can determine a path that works for us.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's great. So the next thing is, what does being exclusive mean? As far as what do I get being exclusive that I didn't get when we were just dating? So exclusive,
Um.
do I get to go raw? Is that we're going with exclusive?
Yeah. Yeah. It's bedroom noise. I would say absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. So exclusive
Oh,
means
should
what?
I say
I mean, that's one thing,
absolutely?
right? What else do I get for being exclusive? Like, I mean, because there's got to be something more if it's exclusive, right? So that, I mean,
So I speak about this quite often, is that I do think that women, for sure, I'm going to speak for women. I think women, they start doing things way too early that
yeah.
you, okay. So I think so that's why you're saying going exclusive. What is that doing? I'm already getting this and this and this. I'm already going raw. I'm already doing all of this. So what's now kind of thing, right? So I do think that when you that's what I'm talking about. We should all be on the same level. I shouldn't be too far ahead of you or too behind or too far behind you. So when we're just kicking it, that's what kicking it looks like. Kicking it looks like something. If I'm going exclusive, I'm not doing the looking at my DMs, responding to my DMs. I'm not talking to other people here and there. Maybe I slowed it down. Now I need to stop it all the way. I may not be doing things. I think for me, it means I'm thinking of the other person at all times, you
Okay,
know,
that's fair.
at
That's
all
fair. I
times
like
I'm
that.
thinking. So how I move, I'm thinking of how that person will see me, how I talk, how that person will see me, what I represent, how everything I'm looking at how that other person. And that's what that means to me. What?
I agree with you.
Why are you
Mark,
laughing?
Mark Lightford, he said, why advertise them freakum dresses?
Yeah, I saw that comment. Let me go back and see it. I'm going to put it up there. And Mark, can
That was
you
good.
talk? Is he talking about me and my? What are we talking
No,
about, Mark?
I think he's talking in general. Well, that's at least how I took it. And I'm
Because
going to
I
say
did a
this.
post not too long ago with my freakum dress on when I was out of town. I was like,
Oh, I
don't
haven't
forget
seen
to,
that.
you always have to wear your freakum dress or always have to
Oh,
pack your
brother.
freakum dress. So I didn't know if he was talking about that.
Oh my goodness, a freakum dress. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna let
Yeah, you
that go.
always should have pack a freakum dress when
I
you're
guess
not
the
in a
thing is,
committed.
when it comes to commitment, it's very difficult because for a man, if you are in love with a beautiful woman, you know, um, it's hard because everyone's after your chick, and you should expect that because, of course, you want to be with a beautiful woman. And what comes with a beautiful woman is attention, and that's just what comes with it, you know. But it
I
doesn't
have
make it easy.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Wouldn't every woman someone's with would consider them beautiful? I mean, so is that every woman you're saying then? I'm
No,
I'm
no,
confused.
hell no, 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 hell no. We all know that there are some women that garner more attention than others. It's just that simple. And that's why most men, don't look to marry a 10.
That's why
That's
most
a
men
whole
don't
nother
what?
discussion in and of itself. Most men don't look to marry a 10.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, most men, you marry median.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
but the
maybe
point
that's
is, if you're talking about commitment, right? If a woman is wearing her freakum dress, right?
yeah.
That puts strain on a relationship because it's attention.
Uh, uh. Well, but the thing about it, the freakum dress, you're not probably wearing the freakum dress if you're in a relationship, unless you with your dude with the freakum. Unless you can't be with your dude with the freakum dress either.
Yeah,
Don't.
absolutely you can.
Okay.
Yeah. But
But
if you
no,
go
she's
out of
probably
town
not going outside like that.
if you going out of town with the girls and you don't pack your freakum dress, I would have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain shit I just should see too, right?
No, absolutely. No,
Like
I
there's
get
certain
no.
things.
I like that's why I said you carry yourself regardless if your man is there or not when you're in an exclusive relationship. So that's what I said. If he popped up somewhere, it wouldn't be like, oh my God, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be that situation. Or someone showed him or told him it wouldn't be that situation. You know what I mean? Because you're always
Yeah.
representing your man.
But
Or
also,
you
I
should.
think when you commit, like if you commit to me and we're committed, I think
Hmm.
then you owe me sexual exploration too. And that doesn't mean that, you have to bring a second person or a third person or whatever the case may be. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is we should be able to try different things together and explore it together, like explore positions and different things like that.
No, absolutely. You're supposed to go, you're supposed to be, yeah, all that. All that happens to me,
Everybody
all
doesn't.
that happens in being exclusive with someone.
You got to stay
Because if
exposed.
I'm expecting you not to go do anything with someone else, then I can't put all these barriers. I can't do that. I won't do that. I can't. You can't do that, in my opinion.
I, you know, I won't say that. What I will say is this: to the extent that you're comfortable, because nobody wants to force somebody to do something that they're not comfortable with, right?
Yeah.
But to the extent that you're comfortable, I think that that should be part of it, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the other because there's the other part to being committed as well. Um, and then there's what you hear. So a lot of times it seems to me, like with a lot of women, being committed means I get to hear about all your fucking problems. And I don't really want to hear all your problems. I just I don't want to, I want the good too. I don't, being committed to you shouldn't mean I just get to be hit with all of your bad. So I just want to make sure I put that out there and say that because I know there's a lot of guys that would resonate with that. So um, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you want to balance it out. You're saying you want to hear good things and always just feel like you're the person who's getting all the because I mean that's why we have our girlfriends too. We utilize our girlfriends for a lot of that stuff, I would think, no?
Well, I don't know because when you have a bad day with your kids, or your kids are doing something stupid, and you got to think for them again, right? Then it becomes you bring this back, and sometimes it can be a lot, you know. So sometimes we might need to kind of taper that and not discuss that all the time or make that so all encompassing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, problems with this, problems with that. So just because somebody committed to you doesn't mean now that they get the avalanche of wants, the avalanche of hurts, or the avalanche of needs. So I mean, it should. You've been doing all this shit by yourself all this time. So, some of this stuff, you can put on somebody else, but not just everything all at one time. That's a lot.
Okay, so you're right. They have been doing it by themselves, or have they been doing it? Did they have a work boyfriend? Did they have a podcast husband? Did they have a online husband? I think that was RM who labeled all the dang husbands that you can have.
Mhm.
So did they have all of that where they were able to have that discussion with? And now that I go exclusive with you, now you're saying I don't want to hear all about that. So do I run to all those other husbands that I had that you wanted me probably not to have anymore? You can't have it both ways, Brooks. What we doing?
No, I guess I'm not saying that. What I am saying is it shouldn't just be every damn thing, right? So nobody just wants to come in from work every day, come home to you, and want to have a good experience, and all they hear is bitching and nagging. Nobody wants to hear that.
So I don't think a person waits till they go exclusive to display that. You can't tell me a person waited till they.
Oh,
You can't tell me a
really?
person. You can't tell me a woman waited to go exclusive, and then all of a sudden now she was already doing that, and you was already listening and hearing it. Because
Mm, I would beg to
all
differ on that.
so all of a sudden she just decided she was just going to put it
What's
on you now
piercing
that
the
you're
veil?
exclusive.
It's piercing the veil, right? And so you've gone beyond the wall. Now you see shit. You're privy to things that you weren't privy to prior to because you're committed.
So you didn't see that prior.
You may not have been exposed to all of it, but now you're exposed to everything because we together. We's family.
Okay.
Now
Well,
we
I think
together.
that's a simple conversation. It's like, hey, it brings me down when you come home every night. Every night this week, you done came and told me something like it's a lot for me. I know with my career, I normally never bring my career home with me because I don't want to relive it. So I would never want to put it on someone else to relive it. So there's very few times that I discuss something. And if I do discuss it, it's really the smallest thing that probably took place. You would never even know, which is not always healthy, but I wouldn't want to put that on someone. So I think there are people who are mindful of not putting their life, like mindful of not going home and just sharing all of that with their significant other.
But that's why I brought it up because I just want to make sure we speak to all the things, right? And then the
Mm-hmm.
other thing is kids. When you become committed with somebody, now all of a sudden, what's your exposure to their children?
Yeah, I
You
get
know,
that.
if they have young kids, what happens? Yeah, can't throw in a man's face calling your options. That's correct.
I don't understand what that means.
I'll let Fode explain it, but what I believe he means is if things aren't going the way you want them to go, then you want to call the work husband off the bench, or somebody else because somebody
Oh
else
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
listening to you. So you have now this option, which I think is bullshit too. So
Okay.
the thing is, no, so I wouldn't like that. But that's why we're having this conversation, right?
Yeah, and that was one of the questions that I have. Once you go, when you go exclusive and you're committed, is it okay for you to keep calling, or is it okay for you to discuss your problems with outside your relationship? That was one of the questions that I was saying going to
Yeah,
ask.
I would have a problem with that. Um, but you know what? Sometimes you need a referee.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
the
mean, you know what? Christian has a good conversation, which is,
go ahead
at
and
what
say.
point, yeah, at what point do you put something on? A lot of females think that, putting it online solidifies a relationship. I,
Why
I,
don't you read the question? Can you read the question, Brooks? I mean,
so okay, my bad. what if, what if a man doesn't want to put his relationship on his online content until it's engagement or marriage?
ah,
How would that make you feel? And I
yeah,
was
that's
just
good.
that's why I was speaking
Yeah,
to it.
I didn't. I was going to put. I should have added that on my list too. What do you feel about that? Are you okay? So you go exclusive. You're committed. Are you posting her and all that?
No,
No,
no.
she don't
I
get the
keep a lot
post.
of I'm a very private person,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't put a lot of my business online.
Woo.
I own businesses, so I will put those things online because that's I'm promoting something. But as far as family and stuff like that, I usually don't put a lot of that stuff online at all.
Yeah, women. That secret man that's something else, boy, boy, boy.
I mean, would you feel like you were a secret if just because somebody didn't put you on social media?
So back in the day, I think I would have felt some kind of way, but now I'm okay with not even letting anybody know anything. I'm not going to, I'm fine with it now. But I do think that women, I know for me for sure, at one point I would have felt some kind of way if you decided. But also, I'm going to be honest that that feeling was how I was also being treated within that relationship, right? So if
Okay,
I
yeah.
was being treated just, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But if I'm being treated a certain way, that won't be my situation ever again. For the simple fact, if I was treated a certain way, I don't need to be in that relationship anyway. You know what I mean? But back then when I was being treated somewhere, I needed you to, because I was being treated a certain way, I wanted the world to know I'm with, I wanted to show the world. But it was really me going through what I was going through, right? But now, if I'm being treated right and everything is great, we don't have to tell nobody anything, you know. Like we can get married and come and tell someone now the next day, oh, we got married or what have you or whatever. But no, but that's
So
because I'm okay with me now, and I wouldn't be in a relationship that I wouldn't feel like I need to boast about to make me feel better about myself.
did you not feel acknowledged? Was that what
Uh,
it was?
no, it wasn't that. It was just that so much cheating that so when you get cheated on, a woman feels like they're not good enough, or something's wrong with me, or you have all these different things that's going on with you. You always a person who cheats on you, all the woman or the man always kind of, for whatever reason, looks at, what did I do wrong? What's wrong with me? Why is it happening to me? You do all of that versus some things don't have anything to do with you, right? They don't have
Yeah.
nothing to do with me. When I realized it didn't have anything to do with me, I don't care. I could have been great in everything and looked great and just wonderful. And if it was going to happen, it was going to happen. And so I didn't have to go around trying to figure out what I did or what can I do or anything like that. So
That is correct. I find
yeah,
when people cheat, um, it it's their idiosyncrasies or their issues. It rarely, if ever, has anything to do with the other person.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
agree with
why.
that.
That's why, in my opinion, we have all these BBLs, lip injections, um, whatever else going on with everything. You have all that going on because women are thinking, in my opinion, they're thinking he did this with her, so he must like this. You may just want they just want to look at it doesn't mean they want their woman like that, even with the dressing and things like that, you guys, you look at certain things. And so it's hard for women to be like, okay, well, he looks at this all the time. So do I need to do that? Because so then maybe he'll look at me, if you have your man looking at you regardless, then you may not feel that way. You may not go start doing those kind of things.
So a little off topic, but so you speak into kind of a Madonna whore complex. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, you told me about it.
So, I mean, do you do certain things to offset that? Are you aware of that when you're in a relationship?
Am I aware of it?
Yeah, are you aware of that in your relationship? Could you sense when a man won't do certain things with you because he looks upon you as Madonna and not the whore?
I don't think I don't think I've had that experience.
Okay.
Because if I remember what I mean by that is that he's not going to, no, we're going to have fun in our, we're going, whatever the role, whatever. So it might be this role, you know what I
So you
mean?
might
So
push the envelope a little bit. Okay, I get it. I get it. I
yeah,
get it.
so that's what I mean. Like, it's not going to be that because I'm going to play whatever you want to, whatever you want. We can play that out. So.
So then speaking broader, right? Because I really would like to talk about this for the women who are not aware. Because while we're talking about, um, that's an interesting perspective.
Let me say this real fast. It says, Mark says, when do you
When did you
find
find it?
you? I don't know what that means. When do you find you?
When did you find it? Yeah, I don't know.
When
Yeah,
did you find you? Oh, when did you find you? Sorry. When did you find you?
maybe you're speaking of something that you said about your last relationship or
Okay.
the relationship you were speaking of.
You guys, yes. Yeah. And the link is in the chat, you guys, too. So if you want to ask something or you have a lot, you're really working in the chat and we're not getting to the questions because it's really, really hard to do it, too, to try to answer questions in the chat, too. I love it, though. And I try to put them up there so we can at least maybe remember them and come back to them. But it's hard sometimes just having this conversation because bedroom noise is we don't rehearse. Bedroom noise is also just a conversation. Like if you were on the phone with a friend, that's kind of how I design bedroom noise. It's just for you to be on the phone and you having these conversations, and that it just rolls that way. I have notes here, but sometimes we don't even go through the notes. We just have a conversation. So, but feel free to click that link and come up and ask your questions too if you like. And then we'll go back and may have to have you help us remember what you're speaking of, but we'll try our best to do it.
Well, so giving you an example,
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to some females and they said that, you know, they were married for 10 years and the only sex they had was missionary.
Mm-hmm.
But their husband cheated and did all kinds of shit with all these other women. But would never do anything to them but missionary. And that was it.
Oh, okay.
So I was just wondering if women were aware, you know, that they could be experiencing the Madonna, you know, they could be in the actual Madonna horror complex. They could be the Madonna.
Possibly. I don't know.
Okay.
You can ask
I,
the
I was
women.
I was wondering if women were aware of that.
Yeah.
Or if they
That's,
even, they even thought about it. So
yeah. I don't know. I have never heard of a woman that's all, but I don't know.
okay.
I don't know. So photos say, on the other hand, women have 1,000 followers. I didn't want to read this one. On the other hand, women have 1,000 followers and 1 million likes will make some men feel a certain way too. Really?
If they know, possibly. I think that's absolutely possible. I mean, but don't you think that blows a woman's head up? Don't you think a woman gets used to having that type of attention? And do you think it's
I
healthy?
I think they can get it, but when again, I'm going to always speak. If you live in reality,
Mm.
it's really not hard to separate the two and really know
See how
what you're
many likes
dealing with.
you got from your
I'm sorry.
I said, I'm going to see how many likes you got from your last freaking dress. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, let's see. Because I got to see what you.
You always got
Okay, you got
probably
78 likes on that
about
one.
about 20.
You got 66 on this one without a thigh.
See, that's not a lot. That's not 1,000. How many say? How many you
Wait,
say?
you got 404 on this one here.
Okay, Brooks, this is what we're not about to do is go through my Facebook and talk about the likes that I have on my
Well, no.
mind you, my page has turned into a content page.
Oh boy. Okay. The point is that what Fode says, could have some merit. I mean, there are some guys that may feel a little insecure about that because maybe you get a lot of attention, or what could be considered a lot of attention.
Okay, let me break it down. That
Hmm.
could be true. However, there's some women who live in reality. Outside, cousin Reggie says, how many women live in reality? There's a lot of women that live in reality, including me, that we know, and I speak about this quite often. Quality versus quantity. I know everybody in the DMs ain't, you know what I mean? So if you thinking you flexing because you got a million people in your DMs, that's not it ain't a flex, right? So there's not people walking around saying, "Hey, 600 people like my picture," and that's a flex. No,
Okay. All
it's
right.
the
So,
internet. Everyone
okay.
sees it.
So, okay, a couple of things, right?
Okay. Okay.
So I think a woman knows when she's attractive and when she's not.
What? Everyone's attractive. What are we?
No, everyone is not. See, please stop. Everyone is not attractive. There are some dog ass ugly women out there. Right?
That's not.
Somebody's got to be a one, just as somebody has to be a 10.
There's no tens out there either.
Gabrielle Sidibe is not a 10. I'll just call it out.
Okay, go
Now,
ahead.
she may be a 10 to you. You may jump on that. I'm not.
Okay, go proceed because I don't know where you're going with it. I don't know. I never know. I never know where you're
I'm
going with
just
it.
saying. I don't think most men would say Gabrielle Sidibe was a 10. She's
Okay.
attractive to someone, yes, absolutely. But en masse, maybe not. Okay. So the point
Okay.
is, when you put
Mm-hmm.
a picture of yourself up, and
Mm-hmm.
I would say that, you could say that maybe you're above average, right? But the point is, when you put a picture up, you're putting a picture up for a reason, right? And you may just say you're putting it up for friends, you may just feel that way, but it's adoration on some level, it's love on some level, it's positivity on some level. Not you per se, I'm saying you, royal you.
Now I have a question though.
Okay.
You said that there's women that know they're ugly. That's what you said. So if and they post their pictures on social media, correct?
I don't think those women post as many pictures as attractive
No, no,
women
we're
do.
not talking about many. We said post a picture, right?
There you go,
You
yeah.
never said many. You didn't say little. You didn't say a lot. You said post pictures on social media. So the
Mhm.
ones that you have labeled not as cute as some other ones
Mhm.
that they post pictures. So what would be the reason for them posting pictures then? You can't.
Like I
That's
said,
so their pictures are for their friends and family, and the other ones are for something different.
no, I think they're trying to garner the same thing. I think in this digital age, every woman thinks that she can have 50,000 men fawning after her, and I don't think that's always reality.
Okay, I have
Yes.
another question.
Okay.
I see more men posting than women these days, and I'm not going to even lie to you.
Well, again, I don't know anything about that. That's a good perspective. Um, I don't know, but I'd love you to speak to that. Why?
So
Do you think they're trying to garner attention as well, and do you think they're getting the same attention as women are getting?
I don't think any way, either way. You think that women do it for a certain reason. I don't think, I just think that people post because they went somewhere or they think their picture is cute and they put it on there, or they have a saying they want to say, or they have content they're doing. There's, the reason why they're doing it. I don't think that every time someone that looks cute in your eyes posts a picture, meaning they're trying to gain this, because that same woman, when she walks
Mhm.
down the street, that happens anyway.
Yeah, but don't you think it's a little different when I can sit in my house, I can put a picture up, and I'm exposed to millions of people, but when I walk down the street, I'm only exposed to the people I walk in front of.
So Brooks, you have to take the numbers. The numbers have to be the numbers. Okay. There's not a
Mhm.
million people she's walking through. So no, that's not going to happen. But
Right.
if it's 20 people she's walking through and 15, 12 of them look, it's the same. It's not going to match equally, but it still matches with what we have going on. You know what I mean? You know
I mean,
what I'm saying?
listen, I'll give you the point, but some people work from home, so they don't walk through anyone. or any people, but
Hey,
they'll still put
Aaron.
a picture of themselves up, and they'll get that validation. So I think there are a lot of people out right now that need that validation. That's why they have the DM. That's why they put all the content.
Okay. We'll disagree to agree, or whatever that saying is.
Agree to
You know,
disagree.
I'll mess a saying up in a minute.
And look, it's not everybody. I'm not trying to say it's
You're
everybody, but
saying the majority of that's what you think they're
I
doing it
only,
for,
I'll just say there's a
or
lot.
some,
Yeah,
a
I'll
lot.
just say there's a lot, right?
Cousin Ray said everybody's not attractive. Oh my good lord.
Yeah, that's yeah, yeah.
Jeez, I think everybody's cute.
Reggie, you're right.
Reggie said a 10 is a 10 and a 3 is a 3. Hey, Aaron. Thank you for joining. Fode, Mark, Christian. Thank you, everyone, for showing up for Bedroom Noise. We're chatting about it. We are talking about, are we exclusive and committed? So I have a question. If I'm at the cookout, I'm in a committed, exclusive relationship. Can I fix another man's plate
Mm.
if I'm with you?
It depends. So if we're doing it military style and you guys are making plates and just handing them out to everybody, then that's fine. But I would expect my woman to bring me my plate, my particular plate. Now, if you're bringing other men plates like you're bringing me, that's a problem for me.
Okay. So say that you're not there at the cookout.
And you make a specific man a plate.
And Pookie right here. Pookie didn't bring nobody with him. And she's like, let me, because she may just be that woman that she's like, oh my God, Pookie does. Everybody else got somebody and Pookie don't have anybody and you coming later. You coming, but you're not there yet. And so she's like, I got you, Pookie. You okay
Yeah,
with that?
Pookie need to make his own damn plate. That's my perspective on that.
Pookie needs to make his own plate.
Yeah, because if you're committed to me and we're exclusive, then that's one of the perks I get.
Yeah.
Right? Just like I don't go work on random women's cars. Right? I work on your car.
Okay.
You get my point?
Mm-hmm.
So it's certain things we don't touch, we don't give. Now, this is my opinion if we're doing committed, like you say.
Yeah, no, we're talking about that kind of a commitment.
Yeah. Would you be okay with that though? I mean, because that would be my level of expectation.
Would I be okay with you feeling that I should not be making Pookie's plate?
Yeah, would you be
Yeah.
okay with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
You're
fair
not
enough.
gonna have no barking me about that.
I don't know, because some people, would see,
No,
there you
I'm
go.
not.
Why are you noticing Pookie though? See, folks.
Because Pookie over there lonely by himself and he don't got nobody to make his plate. So, and
He
I'm
can
just
make his
normally
own.
used to making plates and my man not here yet. So let me make you a plate kind of thing.
Oh no, yeah, I would have
You would
an
have a
issue
whole
with that.
problem with it.
Yeah, if we're committed like that and we discussed it, then yeah, I would have an issue. If we are not
Okay.
committed like that, then
Go
no.
ahead and fix Pookie and
You do
Tyrone's
what
plate.
you do because that's how whatever. I'm just at that point, I'm monitoring.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm seeing how you move at that point.
Mark said,
So
why would you entertain Pookie? Change position if you make, what if I make Keisha? No, you're supposed
right,
to say Shaquita's plate, Mark. Shaquita. Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to see because sometimes we're like what we would do. And, that sometimes it's okay for you to do it, but it's not okay for me to do it. It's okay for you to do it. I'm just asking the question that people want to know.
being too kind ends a lot of relationships,
Been too
especially for
kind,
females. When you're just a little too forward or a little too accessible or a little too friendly, that
too
becomes a
friendly.
problem.
Okay.
It gives the appearance that you know that you're not so solid.
Okay. Okay.
What other questions you got?
Um, so we answered some of these already. What about sharing your location? You're involved in a relationship now. Are you sharing? Is it How would you feel if you're like, okay, we're exclusive, we're committed. I need Brooks. I want to, can you share your location with me? How do you feel about that?
So that one hits me in a weird place. And the reason why is because I don't know technology all my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's really weird for me, because it just hasn't been my whole life.
Haven't been your whole
So
life?
yeah, I didn't come from a background where people knew my location all the time. I came from a background where I had privacy and anonymity. So I I don't, I would have a little bit of a problem with that. Not to say that it's wrong. I just I don't know if I'd be okay with that because it would just be foreign to me.
Okay. So,
We come from a different background, we come from a background where you used to go out and play and you go ride your bike and you just go. And your parents would scream for you or whatever, and that's how you would know to come home, or you would know to come home at a certain time when the street lights are on or whatever the case may be. But there was no tracking on you 24/7. People would see you, and that was the tracking. Do you get what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And so that's how I've lived most of my life. So to now feel like I have a ankle monitor on or something like that, I don't know how I would feel with that. I'm not saying it would be bad, just be different.
Okay, so you would feel different if someone asked you to show your location, share your location. So therefore, you wouldn't want to see her location either.
Yeah, I don't know that I don't know I'd be okay with that. It's just not my reality. I don't know.
Some people are doing it for like safety reasons,
She been
like.
safe for a long time. She gonna be all right. I think she'll be fine. She
Are
gonna
you?
make it.
You didn't even hear what I was saying.
I'm sorry.
You didn't even hear what I was saying. I'm saying that she may it may for both people to so much is happening these days. Women are being kidnapped, and so they may want to make sure they're safe and sound.
Jamaica, baby, I wouldn't worry about you. You strong. You can handle yourself. You got a concealed weapon permit and everything. I think you're gonna be just fine.
I'm a whole woman.
That's what I'm talking about. I know you're
I'm a
gonna make
whole
it.
woman with that or without that. I'm still a
Not
whole
Jamaica.
woman.
Be all right. I know you're gonna be okay. I wouldn't have to worry. I'm good.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: the fact that you wouldn't worry about me, that is crazy.
I mean, you
That's
carry nine
crazy.
guns. What are you talking about?
What is what? Because what does that have to do
I
with
just made
anything?
that up. I just made that up.
What does that have to do with anything? You know how many? What does that have to do with anything? No, not a darn thing at all.
Well, I would think. Well, how about this? Let me say it like this. I really, I would, I would really have to think about that. I mean, I really would. I would feel like I was invading someone's privacy. I would feel like I would. I don't know. And sometimes maybe some of it is I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't know how to think about it because it just is not something that I'm. It's just not
Mm.
something I'm used to. I'm not
Okay,
saying
let
that
me
I would
see.
say no to it.
Huh?
I'm not saying I would say no to it. It would just be an adjustment.
Okay, let me see what the chat said. Mark says we got trust. Why? Aaron says you my lady want to know my location. Yes, I will share with you. And Reginald said, "Hey Brooks, I make cousin share her location with me at all times." Let me tell you. So I went to Jamaica in a couple of years ago by myself. Most of the time I go by myself. All my trips I go by myself. And I went to Jamaica. Hold on. That's why I had to share my location with him because I went by myself. Duh. And so all my trips
Okay,
I go by myself. That's
but
for
that's not
real.
fair.
What?
We're not talking to the grocery store. We're talking to Jim. Okay, listen. So, okay, well, let me be clear. So I shouldn't say that's not fair. Let me be very clear. All right. First off, I would assume that if I'm with a woman, she wouldn't be going to Jamaica by herself. Like that's just number one. I would assume that. Okay, so I would be there. Now, when I'm talking about share location, I'm kind of talking about, to the grocery store, to work, something like that. I'm not talking transcontinental trips. You know, and well, I mean, yeah. So let me just say it like that.
Mark, you flexing? Who flexing? Who flexing? I'm not flexing. I do all my solo trips. I don't know. Um, my thing is, if you share location, you share location. You don't get to pick and choose location because then that's get weird. So that's what I'm saying. If you do share locations, you kind of have to do it.
No, I was just saying, but again, you see what I'm saying? How you're more familiar with that than I am.
Yeah.
Like it's like that didn't even enter my mind. So definitely a point of ignorance for me. So that's why I say
Mark, how am I flexing? How am I flexing? Let me know. Let me know how I'm
you're
flexing. Put
taking
it. Put it.
solo trips, and yeah, she be all over the place.
That's a flex.
Like apparently,
Okay. Well, I'm flexing then. I'm
oh
flexing.
man.
I don't think as a flex is what I mean, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. But tell me
Well, would you
I don't
expect? Okay, so would you expect your man to be with you if you were going out of town or out of the country? Well, how about yeah, just out of town?
no, if I had a man, I wouldn't be doing solo trips.
That's what I just asked you. Would you so would you expect your man to be with you on
Yeah.
every trip you take?
Oh yeah, yeah. If I'm in a relationship, I'm not doing solo trips. I'm probably not really doing too many um girls trips and things like that. I'll be wanting to be with mines, like,
So
I
how
would
much
still
would you?
do things with my friends, but I mean, I probably won't have to go on like go on trips with them. If I do, it's like not all the time. Maybe a big trip every so often or something like that. But it's not anything that we're doing yearly or anything like that. No.
So how many trips a year would you expect to take with this guy?
So normally I do one international trip and maybe a smaller trip, like kind of within our. Well, I would say one international trip,
Hmm.
and that's normally every other year, a
Okay.
big nash, because I believe in saving money to take the trip. I don't believe in breaking the bank to do this trip, and I don't believe in coming back and paying for the trip. So I feel like you get 1 year to recover if you need to, because I want to experience when I go there. I want to really experience it. So I don't want to pay for it when I get back, and I don't want to. Um, and I don't want to use like our savings and things like that. So sometimes it may take us time to save for a trip. I love that, saving for a trip and then going. It just feels like you did all this work and then you get to enjoy it. So I say every other year a big trip like that.
And how would that look? So you guys would save together 50-50 type of deal, or what would that look
Well,
like?
well, I'll
Or
share a
just
previous what I've done before. So when I was married, I would take my then husband on a trip every year on Father's Day weekend. He got a trip every year. That was me to say thank you for all your hard work. I appreciate you. All that stuff. So I did that every year. That was on me. Everything I paid for. But if we were on the other times, then I've just been in a situation. I've never had anybody I always contributed in some way. If it wasn't probably maybe not as much, or maybe it wasn't equal, but sometimes it could have been equal. I don't know. But normally it's splitting down the middle, or you pay for the hotel, and I pay for the flight tickets or something like that. I will contribute in some way. The guy is
okay,
not paying the whole deal. No.
okay, all right.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
And then I don't. Yeah, I don't accept like trips for people like fly me out. I've never had people like I'm gonna fly you out and do
You've
all
never
that.
been flued out?
Mm-mm,
Damn, I've
no.
been flued out.
I know I'm lacking. Nobody flies me
Yes,
out.
so. No, I want to go to
No.
Serengeti.
Go where?
To Serengeti.
Where's that?
Serengeti's in Africa.
Oh,
It's you get to see the Great Migration where all the animals go.
oh, I heard of the Gitty, the Dinty in Jamaica. I want to go there. I want to go there in December.
The what?
Dinty,
What is that?
Detty. That's a big celebration they have in Africa as well.
Okay, I got
Around
you.
the end of the year, I wanted to do that.
Yeah, the Serengeti is what you see on Mutual of Omaha when all the animals were going back and forth. The lions were eating all the stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
REM said, I'm accepting all free flights. Me, I won't.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't accept flights though. I don't like that. Because then I have to say thank you, and I may not want to say thank you. So, hey Pierre,
Damn.
the only women in the world who cares about Father's Day. I know. No,
Yeah,
I did. My cousin. No, every year I take that man to on a trip to say, hey, I appreciate you. Da 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 da. Every year I did, and
that's
I
a big
paid for
deal.
everything. Hmm.
Most females do not do that.
I do. And I always will ask his kids, do you want to do something with your father first? Because I believe that, and they would say no. And then I would take him on a trip every year, every year,
Yeah.
every year.
That's why I was going for Serengeti too. Is that a lot of women say they want to go with me to Serengeti, but they ain't got shit on it.
Mm.
So,
Well,
you
you
know,
big ballin'. You big
I'm not
ballin'.
interested. I'm sorry.
You big ballin'.
What's one got to do with two?
I'm just saying.
What does one have to do with two?
Saying Africa instead of the country in Africa is a red flag. Oops.
Huh?
Saying Africa instead of the country in Africa is.
Oh, you know what? That is absolutely correct. That is
You're
absolutely
right.
yeah.
We
That
have
is
been
that is
corrected.
yeah. That is absolutely correct.
You are correct.
Yeah.
That was just being a little, we
I
was
will
being
I will
Shaquitas and
agree to that.
Pookies up here tonight.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Okay. Let me see.
So
Okay.
Tanzania. Let's just say that it's in Tanzania. That's one part.
Okay. So now that you are in this exclusive, committed relationship, can you accept dinners and lunches from the opposite sex? Would you be okay with your woman accepting? Let's just go. Let's just before we do dinner and drink or dinner and lunches. I'm at the club. Are you mad that somebody buy me a drink at the club?
No,
You okay with somebody
no.
buying
So no, it depends on what you do.
with the drink?
It depends on what you do because someone bought you a drink. So someone buys you a drink. In my mind, that does not entitle them to any of your time. It does not
Hmm.
entitle them to a slow dance. It does not entitle them to a dance. It does not entitle them to attention. Just thank you and that's it. If someone bought you a drink at the club, and if you're at a club with your girls and I'm not there, is that's what the question is, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So they can accept the drink, but they can't be under doing the two steps with the afterwards.
No, if you see, this is the thing. If you want, so in my mind, if you want that level of exclusivity,
Hmm.
then all that shit is over. That's
Okay.
gone.
So should you say she shouldn't even accept the drink? Because if you're a man, or say, okay, I'm just asking a question. Are you able to buy a female a drink and not expect anything after you buy her a drink?
Well, first off, if I'm in a
No,
okay,
no, not you're just not in anything. You're just buying. You see Shaquita and you want to get her a beverage
I'm buying a drink for a reason. If I'm a man, right? So I'm a man. I'm buying a woman a drink for a reason. Okay, I see you at the club, all right, and I buy you a drink. I buy you a
hmm
drink because I'm trying to get attention. I'm trying to get some time. I'm trying to get it in. Okay, so I buy you a drink. If you pay me, no, never mind. I'm moving on to the next.
Okay, so you're okay with your woman now accepting a drink from the same person that you would you say the other guy probably thinking the sound around this thinking the way you're thinking as far as
He's
when he's
trying.
buying her. Hmm?
He's trying. Yeah, he's trying.
Okay, so you would be still okay with knowing that she can accept the drink because you know she's going to just accept the drink and go away.
And that's it. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's
Yeah.
kind
I
of
mean, well,
mixed what you said, but
because what'd you say? You drink what?
I think you're saying two different things. You're saying if you went to the club and you bought a drink, you know what you will want because you bought the drinks, her time,
Mhm.
something, her number, her IG, something. But you're saying if your woman went to the club, you would be okay with her accepting the drink, or you wouldn't, it would be possibly be okay with her accepting the drink, just depending on how she would go about when she accepted the drink, how she would deal with it,
Exactly. The
how
thing
she
is,
would.
it would be rude to just turn the drink back. So most people are not going to do that. Right? It's a courtesy, right? Most people just say thank you and keep on going about their business if they're in a relationship. To be polite, thank you, and keep on going. Right? That's it. Somebody brought over a drink for you, waitress brought over a drink for you. Take the drink, thank you, and that's it.
Well, sometimes you could be right at the bar, and so it's opportunity where you can talk to the individual. Hey,
Right. So,
we have,
so
yeah.
if that's the issue, then no.
Oh, that's what I mean, because that's how it happens a lot. It's all happens both ways or what have you. Okay.
Again, I don't drink, so I don't, so, and no, Reggie, no, they ain't even trying to put five on it, nothing. So I'm like, no.
On the trip.
Yeah, so no.
Mark says if you turn down the drink, that may lead to an uncomfortable situation for you.
And
It's
that's why
true.
I said, a lot of times most people, they send a drink over to your table, which
It's
is what I
true.
was thinking about. You just say thank you and that's it. And, going about your business.
Okay.
But by the same token, as a man, if I'm in a relationship, I wouldn't be buying drinks for anybody else.
So gifts are okay, but no bribes. That's funny. RM, you're funny. Free drinks is a lure for something else.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So can I tell you a story?
Go ahead.
So this one time I was with a coworker. We were out working and we went to lunch. And anybody know me, I love Mexican food because I'm Blaxican. So we were at a Mexican restaurant and it was this guy there by himself. And I was with a female, it was another female I was with. And he said to me, he spoke highly of his wife. I can't remember exactly what he said about his wife, but I knew he was married. We knew he was married. And do you know he bought our lunch, walked out and didn't say anything to us, didn't try. He held the door for us. He bought our lunch. After we were getting ready to pay, we found out that he bought our lunch and he never said anything. But I remember him saying something about his wife. And that was it. He didn't want anything. He didn't ask for anything. He didn't try to
So,
do anything.
so fair enough. But if you were his wife, would you be okay with that?
The way she did it, I almost couldn't. I don't know. I remember having a conversation with my coworker, and I go, gosh, like it to me, it was like, oh my God, that wasn't right. But then if his wife did see it, it would be hard for her outside of him buying because he didn't try to do anything. He
Yeah,
wasn't.
but the act in and of itself, was that within the confines of their relationship and their agreement?
And I don't know. I mean, like I said, if she was a fly on the wall and she heard
Mhm.
him talk the way he talked about her, because I remember that's one thing I think is the most sexiest thing for a man to talk highly of his wife, his girl, or his wife or his significant other when she is not even there in the picture. I think it's the hottest thing ever. So I already was like, he had points with me, just period. And then we were getting ready to leave and he was and getting ready to pay, and we was told that he paid for it. So if she saw all of that, then it would be very hard for me to be really upset. I mean, if I wanted to fuss, I can fuss about it. But it was very clear that it wasn't like he was doing anything but just being nice. Just
But
like,
going in, you would know that either that's inside the rules or outside the rule book, right? I mean,
yeah,
going in. So so
possibly, yes.
so period. Would you be okay with your man buying lunch for another woman?
Well, he bought it for two.
Okay. Which would you, would just in the abstract, would you be okay with that?
I would say probably no, but the way he did it was so cool to me.
I can absolutely commiserate with you. I'm not
I
saying
I I, I
anything
don't.
against that.
I would say no, it would not be okay. But I'm gonna tell you the way he did it. If I didn't, it was kind of cool. He did not do anything out of line outside of buying the lunch for both of us.
But he broke the rules.
Possibly.
And therein lies the problem.
But what did he gain from it from us? He didn't gain anything from it from us. Nothing.
Well, he didn't get anything from you, but maybe he got that simple pleasure out of doing whatever
Mm.
he did because now he looks a particular way in your eyes. So if he ever sees you again or whatever the case may be, you're already primed, right?
And
So that's
I'm talking about him on Bedroom Noise.
exactly. How long was that ago?
It was a while back. It was a while
You
back.
get my point? So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. So, and I'm not saying the guy's bad, so please don't take it like that. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is, I don't know that that was within the confines of his relationship. Like, was it within the rules? Probably was not.
I thought it was super cool. But now this is what the good thing about Bedroom Noise. I didn't look at it that way, but I can look at it that way. I can see that now. But I thought it was cool because he did not do anything.
This is an interesting conversation. I'm glad I'm getting to have this with you because I never knew you were this possessive.
What do you mean?
I swear to God, I did not know you were this possessive. This is interesting.
I don't think I am possessive.
Oh, I think you're a little. Yeah, you can tighten that grip. Sounds like you have some expectations. I mean, you have some things that you want there. So yeah, you can be a little
I,
possessive.
I think
There's
it's because
nothing wrong with it.
I think that's because I do that. I do that. I go all in, and I will want you to do the same thing. So I'll give maybe a little bit. I wouldn't say
No, you know
a
what? I
little
can
bit.
appreciate that as long as you're honest and open about whatever it is. I mean, everybody can really appreciate that. It shows that you have a level of care. There's some give a fuck there. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Kudos
I
to
think
you.
I go, that's how hard I go in. And so I would expect someone else to go in. I think that's when I may get hurt when I don't see that, but enough about me. Um
Well,
Defense
I
possessive is
wouldn't
good.
expect I
Huh?
wouldn't expect I wouldn't expect my woman to buy another man a drink. I wouldn't expect if we're committed as you described, I wouldn't
Hmm.
expect her to make anybody else a plate, and I wouldn't expect her to dance with anybody else either, unless it's line dancing.
Okay,
You know.
that was what I was gonna ask. So if she's at the club, would you be mad that she was so we at a nightclub where it's dancing at?
Hmm.
Would you I don't know. You wouldn't expect her to be dancing with you would want her to be dancing with the girls,
I mean, yeah, well, yeah, because you can't be backing that thing up, and
but you
you
don't have
know,
to dance that way. There's other
no,
ways of dancing.
I was just giving an example, just saying like I wouldn't be okay with that.
So what if you dance nicely? You're not doing you ain't,
With a guy?
yeah.
Sit your ass down. No, I wouldn't be okay with that. No, that would be a problem for me. No,
RM said defensive possessive is good.
it's good. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's what I got, right? RM, I think that's what I got. Reggie
I
said
was
no dirty dancing.
not at all.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't be twerking all on it.
Well, I mean, the whole point is, once you get out on the dance floor, things change and, move. Like I say, we know somebody who started out dancing and ended up with a tongue down her throat.
That's what we're doing tonight, Brooks.
I
That's what we're doing. They were
mean,
under the influence.
and
She
this is
was
one of
under.
our dear friends. This is my dear friend, one of my closest friends. And if it can happen to her, and she's solid, happen to anybody.
Wow, 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 wow. You want to do that? And she was trying to. She probably was trying not to say nothing to you, not say anything to you tonight. And you just gonna do that? You just wrong.
I didn't say any names, and so only a hit dog holler.
Wow.
Just gonna leave it right there.
So should a person who is in one of these exclusive committed relationship send people money?
You see, I had a reaction.
I see.
Wait, wait. So send like an ex or like a friend.
A friend. They're in this exclusive committed relationship, but they send money to
Well,
opposite genders.
Reggie be on it.
What Reggie say?
He said, yeah,
Hold on,
brother.
Brooks. Read that. Read that. I have to do something. Hold on.
He said, yeah, brother. We know a lot of women that ended up like that, don't we? Yes, Reggie, we do. I'm still actually wondering who we're sending money to, though. I don't know if a chick is sending money to a friend, or if a chick is sending money to an ex, or if a chick. So if a woman is sending money to who, I'm trying to figure out who she's sending money to.
Most of the time it's men, you know.
No,
So
no, but it's
men, it could be women too, but it's mainly men. A lot of men will they are in a relationship and they will send other women money.
so I if we're committed, I wouldn't expect my woman to be okay with that. Right. In
Okay.
fact, that would be something that I probably would never do. That's not
Okay.
cool.
So
Yeah, that's
no
not cool.
money, no. So Mark says no money exchanged.
Yeah.
That's
I
against the
would I
law.
wouldn't be okay with that. And I wouldn't expect any woman that I was with to be okay with that either.
Oh, Reggie got the angry faces. Goodness gracious. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be okay with that.
Okay. He
Because you
angry
know
for
what?
me.
That's very disrespectful. If a man has my woman sending my money to him, yeah, I mean, I'm a John at that point. He's pimping.
Okay.
It's never good.
Okay. Okay. Let me see what else I have here. I was just throwing out some things. If anybody else have questions that you think that I think if you're going in this direction in life, these are things that you should talk about. I think how you may say, "Oh, these are so silly. Why would you this is simple." It's not simple sometimes. And this is how people their relationships end because people are not having these conversations and these things are happening like this. It is happening. It is happening.
How do
Trust
you
me.
greet an ex?
How do you what?
If you have a man, how do you greet an ex?
High five.
Oh yeah, no, no.
You can't even high five them?
Why would you have physical contact? I don't even understand why physical contact is necessary.
Okay, okay, let me back up. Let me back up.
Yeah.
Let me back up. Let me back up. I was thinking, I was thinking they were in a relationship and you're not. Because I've had that
No,
situation.
no.
The ex, an ex is in a relationship, I'm not. And so when I see that particular person, I high five.
What?
Yeah, I think that's the most respectful thing I can. Yeah. I'm not
Better
gonna
get a
hug.
hot sign like on what you call it. There's no way in hell. Boy, and the good
I'm
chick
not
was
in
okay
a
with it?
I'm not in a relationship. He's in a relationship.
So you thought it would be wise to high five him?
Yeah, we're in the same location. Yeah,
When is the last time you did that? That's very specific. When is the last time you did that?
maybe a couple of months ago. Am
A
I out
couple
of
months
pocket?
ago.
Let me know, you guys. Am I out of pocket?
Hell yeah. A couple months ago. Was this girl there?
I'm not for sure if she was or not. I don't know. I didn't see
Wow.
her. If I didn't see her at all, I didn't see her. But she could have been there. I don't know.
But
But
you know this girl?
no, I don't know her. I don't know if she was there. I don't know her. I don't know anything. I just know that he's in a relationship, and so therefore I wanted to respect him and his relationship, and so I just high fived.
Hmm.
The chat,
Yeah.
the link is in the chat, cousin. The link is in there.
Yeah, I gotta ask you. That was a couple months ago, you say?
Yes. Is that wrong?
Was this at a Q
What?
event? I'm asking for a specific reason.
Why?
No, for real, I'm asking for a specific reason.
Yes,
Nigga, I was there.
you were not there.
I swear to God, I was. We gotta talk. We
You were
gotta talk
not there.
offline. No,
You were not there.
I think, yeah. We'll talk offline.
You were not there.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, you
Yeah, I
you
done
are
heard the other side of that. So yeah, okay, go ahead. We gotta talk.
okay. We talk.
No worries. Anyway, moving right along.
Okay. So what are we talking about? Because you always. That's why we are here trying to understand women's logic. Okay. So the high five is wrong, guys. I
Hell
thought I was.
yeah. I was wrong. This is disrespectful as it gets.
On me? I was disrespectful?
On both of y'all.
Oh, I did not mean, I apologize. I did not mean to be disrespectful. I didn't know. I thought that was
Oh,
the
that's
best.
straight up garbage. High fiving in front of somebody else's girl.
I don't know. I don't know if she was there. I never saw her ever. I would never have done anything if I would have acknowledged her first, if anything, and I still probably would have high fived. We don't have no, there's no issue. I don't even know why we're talking about that. It's not even a big deal.
No, it's not
Like,
about that per se. The point is, anytime you feel the need to make physical contact, it's a room full of people, and somehow you two just have to touch. That's a problem. The
touch
problem.
is touch is crazy.
Did you touch or not?
I high fived
Was that a touch? Matter of fact, why did y'all have to touch?
because we said hi. We were in the same location and said hi to you. It
This is
was okay.
high. This is high. You can do that from a mile away. Hey, neighbor.
Okay.
Hey, howdy. Why y'all got to
I,
touch?
I,
I'm gonna tell you what. If I was your man and you did
I
some shit
don't.
like
I
that,
don't
I'm
have one.
gone. No, no, no. I'm saying if I were your dude,
If I had a man, I would not have been doing any of that.
but
I probably wouldn't
okay,
even been at the event.
but okay.
But I don't. I don't really. Oh, go ahead.
No, because they want to hear from a female's perspective why a female would do something like that, and I must admit, I'm inquisitive my damn self. I want to know.
I didn't think it was a big deal.
So you saw a man across a room in this room. If we were at the same event, it wasn't huge, but it was big enough to where you could say, "Hey," you could have yelled across the room, and the
He
person would
was
have heard
right
you.
by me. What are you talking
Right,
about?
I
Yelling?
know,
Was no. He was right there.
I know.
I walked in. It was hey. So it wasn't. I had to do hey across the room. That's weird.
But you
I went.
felt the need to high five.
You guys always seem to pick one issue and really just go in with it like it's the most. Okay, I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn. I'm not going to even.
Yes, let's
Yes,
be
I did that.
inquisitive. Yes,
I
curiosity over judgment. Let's be curious. We're gonna be
okay. Let
curious
me.
together on this one
Okay.
because I
Okay, the
truly want
link is
to
the
understand.
beginning of the chat, and I can see the. Can you put the link back in there, Brooke? Put the link in.
I put it
Let
in
me
there.
see. I wasn't on the
Way at
line
the
when
top.
you had
Really way
started.
at the
Oh, can you
top.
put the? Can you put it back in there again? And I'll put it back on my end too. But I'm trying to understand because what I thought I was doing was being respectful. For real, I'm not a disrespectful person at all. I promise on everything. I respect everybody's situation and relationships, and I thought I was doing the right thing. I'm not gonna
Well, I
lie.
mean, I'm saying you
But
you, you
damn,
thought
y'all
you
act
were doing
like
the
I
right
don't.
thing. Oh, here it is, right here.
Okay, Mark says,
There you go.
please learn. Okay, Mark,
I
I'm
just yeah,
learning. Okay,
exactly
I'm sorry.
because the point is you listen.
No physical contact.
Physical contact is a
Okay,
big deal. Okay,
hold on. You high five after good sex. I think
that's
you
right.
high five after good sex. Really?
That's right.
Um, that's why we're here trying to understand. Cousin I talked about the oh yeah, we did. We did kind of talk about that. He kind of blew
Is that
he
Reggie?
he kind of he kind of got mad but he didn't understand. He didn't understand when I was you guys, I'm gonna tell you this. I get it. I'd rather pass on this conversation because he's that is I don't even want to. I get it. If let's we really need to talk about it, we could. But I don't want to talk about me in that situation because it is nothing that I don't want to.
No, I don't think anybody's saying that you look. You
No, I'm just
clearly
saying I
didn't
don't want to
know.
bring any attention to that situation because first of all, he's in a situation, and I wouldn't want to disrespect his girl or him. I thought I was doing the right thing, but let's just take me off the table and just say in a situation where that happened and a female, she did that. I don't want to have him as a discussion up here because
No, I wasn't even trying to say it like that. Like I didn't want to make it you specific. What I'm trying to say is this: the royal you, right? So I'm gonna say, why would a woman, an intelligent woman, feel as though it were necessary to have skin to skin contact with someone to say hello?
skin to skin is crazy.
Yeah, someone that you used to be with that you're no longer with that has another relationship. Why is that necessary?
I because we're not enemies. I
So,
thought that
okay,
was
let me take it one step further, right?
hmm.
So, if this woman used to be with that man, okay, and
Hmm.
they're at an event that this man is prominently featured in, and they're around people that this man knows and that knew that they used to be together, and that knows that he's with a new chick, and all these people see y'all, how you think that looks?
I don't know. It looks like we cool and we just high fived each other.
Okay, see, this is
RM says with or without any gloves. That's just you guys are just
you know it was without
absolutely
gloves. You know it was gloveless. It was raw. It was raw.
wow. Raw is crazy. It's a big deal. So Barry Smith says it's a big deal with an exclamation mark. Thank you for not putting three behind it. What's wrong with saying hi and keeping it moving?
There you go. Because what the high five did, let me
Hmm.
explain to you what the high five did, right?
Okay.
The high five showed,
Hmm.
right,
Hmm.
that he still got that pull game to the rest of his boys that was all around, right? And the high five also showed her that she don't have a commitment.
No, that's not facts. I
That
mean,
was that's exactly what it showed. This is the point I'm trying
well,
to make
I'm here
because
to
here's the
tell her.
reason for
I'm here to
me
tell
not.
her. I'm not the problem. She don't have nothing to worry about me because I respect people's relationship way
This is
over
not
than.
about you. This is not about
Oh,
you. Stop making it about you.
oh, okay.
It's not about you. I'm saying because it could have been any woman in this situation as the woman that gave the high five, right? And
Hmm.
it could be any woman that's attached to the guy. The woman that's attached to the guy is going to feel disrespected because she wasn't chosen in that moment.
Well, I didn't see her. I didn't see a woman. I didn't see. I just know that he is
I
involved
promise.
in a relationship. I didn't see her in the
She
room.
was there.
Okay,
She
you
was
saw her.
next to him.
Okay, I didn't see her.
Trust me, I know.
Okay.
All right. So I'm simply saying, not you.
Hmm.
I'm making this shit up.
If I didn't, okay.
I'm saying she was there and she
Hmm.
saw this, and there's a problem.
I will not touch not nobody ever again.
The question is, why did you think that was okay? That was really but not you. Just why do women? Why would a woman think it's okay to high? Because high five is so attention getting.
I
Ain't no damn body else in that whole fucking room high fiving but your ass.
everybody hugged in that room.
You didn't get a high five.
Everybody hugged in that room. And he went to, but I said, he was going to hug and I said,
It's not about you. I said, if a woman gave a high five, which is like you can see a high five from across the field.
he wasn't sometimes
I
people
know
are
it
not
wasn't across the field. I'm
sometimes people
saying,
are not across the room. Sometimes people are right next door, right here.
in
Not,
other words, what I'm saying is
not,
the high five would
okay.
get a
So
lot
in
would
their
mean a lot of
relationship,
respect.
maybe they talked and that's not a big deal because the high five, which is, you know, okay. Anyway, I'm done with this high
I
five.
think that
Then
would be a
next
big
minute,
deal
booty call.
for
You
you.
guys
Yeah,
are
high five is a
great.
lot of shit. Nobody high fiving no damn body.
High five? You high
Yeah.
five at a basketball game. You high five. High five is high five is freaking high five.
How about this? If you were my woman, don't high five nobody that used to beat it up.
I note it. I ain't high five it. This is what I'm not gonna do. I'm not
Right.
looking at nobody. I'm not smiling at nobody, and I'm not high fiving nobody.
Yeah. You automatically get alligator arms.
Yeah, I'm done
You
with it.
high five shit.
I'm done
Hands
with
in
it.
your
I'm
pocket.
done with it. I'm done with
What up,
it.
Reggie?
God, I don't even know how.
Reggie, ain't this some bullshit? What is
What,
this about high fiving, Reggie? Did you approve
man?
this? Was this okay with you? Did you approve this beforehand?
So she almost hung up the phone on me when I was having this conversation
No,
about
no. Okay, okay. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out.
I love
Time
you.
out. Time out. We're gonna go to another topic because we're highlighting this way too much.
All right, let's let it go, Brooks. Let's let it go. She'll get mad at me.
All
No,
right, no problem,
no,
Reggie.
because Reggie, what you're talking about is different. What you got mad at me about, or what our disagreement was about, was was the
Yes. Okay.
but no, but it
Wait
was
for
because
it. Wait for it.
no, because you didn't understand the whole thing. You can go ahead and tell him I'm about to go upstairs and fix my shirt because it's bothering me. So go ahead and tell him. Go ahead and talk about it.
Are you
Go,
sure? Are
go
you sure?
fine. And make sure you tell it all the right way, please.
I always do.
And before you start, Reggie, let me highlight Esther. Hold on, let me do this, and then I'm gonna go upstairs and pin my shirt because it's bothering me. I'm kind of tripping. I think if I high five my ex in front of my new man, was not in front of anybody, no one was there, didn't know if his significant other was there at all,
Reggie,
he probably would leave
Rick was
with
there. Reggie.
another
The chick was
girl.
standing right beside him, Reggie.
So Brooks, was you there,
That's
Brooks?
not true, Brooks.
Okay.
Don't do that, and that's not true.
Aren't you going upstairs?
I am, but that's what we're not going to do is tell not the truth. That is not true. When I
Reggie,
high-fived him, he was by me at my table by himself. And the truth of the matter, I'm not trying to front nobody and I don't want to cause no problems because there's nothing to cause in their situation. That instead of us hugging, I opt to high five. I hop to high five. He was not. That was, yes. Instead of the hug, I decided to high five because I thought that was the best solution.
So that was the crux of our conversation, Brooks. Her deciding to do the high five, and believe me, first of all, with full transparency, it was innocent. It was a gesture of innocence, but I had an issue with both of them for the high five.
Yeah,
and I just thought it was inappropriate. That's all, and that's what I was trying to make Jameka, understand is that in that moment and with their past history,
Oh my gosh,
the girl. If this is the situation that I was at, the girl was mortified, and to this day is having problems about it.
Brooks, you always Brooks, you wasn't even at the same event.
First off, you're supposed to be upstairs having a wardrobe malfunction.
Go
fix your shirt, Janet.
Before I start
talking. No, because I don't want y'all talking no mess, and then I don't know what you saying.
You said you were
before I start telling childhood secrets. Go fix your dress.
So
that's my baby.
No, she's a sweetheart.
No question.
Yeah, I'm simply saying that I just thought the high five was a lot. It's very public, and it's attention getting, and it made him the man for the night. So I don't know that she meant it or not, but
See, Jameka, she underestimates her beauty, and that's a curse.
Yep.
So she doesn't recognize is that when she walks in the room lights up, and all eyes on her, and she doesn't quite always understand that. And even though the gesture honestly was completely innocent, in the eyes of others, that's a problem. And that's the only thing I was trying to make her understand. And that, we get into our own little heated little tiffs and stuff, and that one started to escalate a little bit, trying to do just exactly what you're doing right now, trying to make her just understand. In that moment, we could have probably passed on that.
I mean, I keep in mind where you are.
Correct.
And that everybody knows it, and how these people portray themselves already.
Right. Yes.
And so you're just like, whoa, like this what you thought to do? So it's just a little bit of a problem. But yeah, if it's who I think it is in the situation, because Maybe this situation happens all the time with them. I'm not sure, but what I saw, oh yeah, it's a problem.
You wasn't even there, Brooks.
You better hope I wasn't, because if it was where I
You was
was,
not there. You were not there. I promise. So you were there. And you didn't say hi to me.
we'll talk offline. We will talk offline.
Okay.
Goodness.
We only can give so
I
many
was doing things.
information.
Huh?
I was running a play. You relax.
I don't
All
run
in my
plays on
business.
bedroom noise. I don't run no dang plays at bedroom noise. Don't do that.
No, I said I was there. I was running a play. You let me run my plays. You run your play, I run my plays.
He had things going on, man. Come on
Yeah,
now.
see there? You see, you're doing too much.
Okay. So Jameka Necole from Bedroom Noise apologizes. I did not. I thought I'm just going. So I'm not perfect. And I'm not right about everything. The reason why I started Bedroom Noise is for me to understand and learn and grow. I promise on everything. Instead of me hugging, I high-fived. I thought that was the best solution to do. I don't have no problem. I respect him and his girlfriend, or his
What we're asking,
fiance. Huh?
We
what we're
clean.
asking is, and I think I personally want to know this because I am curious, right? Why did there have to be physical contact?
Because we're not mad with each other. I don't know. I just didn't think anything of it because I'm not mad about nothing. No one's mad. I don't know.
Reggie, do you get what I'm asking?
Yeah, say it again. I kind of dropped off for a minute. I was trying to get back
I
on the
said, why
Facebook portion of it. Go ahead.
why did there have to be physical contact at all?
Because it was the moment. You know,
Okay.
it was just a moment, and sometimes when you're faced with that moment, you don't always make the right decision, and you don't see the whole picture. You know, you don't see the clarity, and you don't see clear, and so that's why when I say it was completely innocent on both parts, it was completely innocent. You know, it was anything, but after you review it and you look at it, then you say, oh wow, that might have been one I could have passed on. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what it was. It was just a moment. The moment happened so fast.
Yeah, that's yeah, that was something. It's
I
unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. You use words that it's just absolutely doesn't make sense to you.
I said it was unfortunate. What did I do? What are you mad at me
Just
for?
you just saying like, okay, yeah, messy, just messy. Okay, Fode say, and I don't even know. Jesus, I swear to Jesus. Okay, hold on. Let me see what Fode said.
Oh,
Fode said, I think it has to do with the possibility of a woman and her ex possibly having
a threesome.
threesome in the past. That's the sign for right time, right place. It's still good.
Oh,
I
so now
don't,
we're
I
just
don't,
going too far.
I don't
I
know.
don't
I
know
don't know
about
his.
that.
I
I
don't know his
wouldn't know
girl.
that one. Maybe that's the case. I'm not sure, but
I don't know his girl. Like I said, I didn't even know she was in a room or not. So I wouldn't even know. And if she was, I would have. Knowing me, I'm a hugger. I would have said hi. I would have hugged you. I love. So I'm not have nothing to do with nothing. I love people to love on each other.
okay.
So
Well, look, you can. It's okay. I was just curious, and I think thank you for answering all my questions, Jameka. I appreciate that. Very sweet of you.
all right, Messy Brooks.
I'm not trying to be messy. I'm just saying it was definitely a scene, and yeah, it was
And Reggie, you need to be honest too, because that's not exactly how that whole conversation went.
I
Because
was
you
very
remember
honest.
I missed a part of it, and that you thought you're not telling the whole thing. How what,
What did I
what
miss?
oh, I don't even care.
you weren't at his table, right? Did he have a table?
What you say?
Did he have a table?
I don't know what he had. I don't know. I don't. His business ain't my business. I don't know what he had.
Okay. Where were you sitting?
I was sitting kind of close by the door.
Okay.
If you were there, you would know where I was sitting. That's what I'm
No,
talking about.
I wouldn't, because I don't taste the place like that. I'm not. I told you I was running a play.
Yeah, you running one right now.
No, I'm not.
You are. Because
No, I'm not. Now this I'm not doing. No.
Hey, Brooks, was she an 8, 9, or 10?
First off, I didn't even see her there, right? This is the whole
Uh-huh.
thing. I saw what happened, didn't even put two and two together until tonight that it was her.
Oh wow, okay.
Until tonight that it was
Yeah.
her.
Because he was
What?
see, Mika, he was focused on that 9 that he was running that play on. So
See?
that's why it's coming back now.
Reggie,
It's
get it?
yeah.
What was a 9?
Don't worry about it, Jamaica. Don't worry about it. Reggie, yeah,
I'll
we
tell her
worry.
tomorrow. I'll
Yeah,
explain it tomorrow.
don't even worry. Yeah, don't even
He
worry
was
about it.
with somebody. He was with somebody that was a 9, and he was focused on that person.
Oh, baby.
Never mind. Cool, baby. You guys getting on my. I,
Come on, Mika, you don't act like this is your first rodeo. You know you was around
you
when
guys get on my nerves. Like I'm. I don't. I didn't even want this to even be the topic. God.
okay, well,
All right,
you the
yeah,
host. Move on. Come on,
yeah,
you the
yeah. Moving
host.
right along.
But
Move on.
Reggie, you. That's not how it all happened though. With our disagreement that we had, it wasn't that. You thought that we both.
I thought that you both were inappropriate.
No,
And
that's not what you said. That is not true.
well, I like okay. So
That's
just like
not
I told
true.
Brooks when you walked away, I said first of all, Mika doesn't understand when she walks in the room that the light shines bright.
Oh my
And,
God.
okay, well, so that's what happens. We can't not call a spade a spade. It's the truth, you know. And when that happens, you know, the focus point energy comes that way, and in that moment, you know, the two principles, you know, was caught in that moment, and the gesture was what it was. It was innocent. It was if anybody is watching the podcast, and there's a lot of people watching the podcast, all you thousands of people watching the podcast, it was innocent.
Thousand? Ain't no
It,
thousand.
it was innocent. Come on, you roll with me, amigo. Okay, roll with me.
Okay. See how honest I'm being? This is how honest I'm being.
Jesus Christ.
It was innocent, but cousin and I we had a back and forth about it,
No,
and she
okay.
understood what I was talking about.
This is what we're not gonna do. I'm gonna put it on the table. And I apologize
Okay,
to all the parties, but we're gonna have to be true here because we get naked here and we tell the truth about it.
go for it.
I said to you, Reggie, for real, you guys getting old and you forgetting stuff and stuff.
Wow.
Yes, you're forgetting stuff.
That's
Yes.
the
So
effect of gray matter.
I said to you, I said, this, oh God, I said, saw a person at a thing. He wanted to hug. And because I'm a hugger, I am a hugger. And I don't hug people if I don't really like to hug people because I don't do the fake hug. This is the conversation we had. I said, I
Yes,
don't fake hug. If I hug you, I'm going to hug you. If I don't hug you, I'm not hugging you. Either we get a real one or we don't get one. I don't do the fakey. I don't do that stuff. So
yes.
I went and I know all of those. I know the room full of people. I know a lot of people in the room. We went and we hugging. I'm hugging everybody. Bam, 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 hugging everybody. So I'm hugging everybody. Haven't saw people in a while. Hug, 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 hug. He came and I was about to hug and I go, oh, just like that. I go, oh, he got a woman. I can't hug you. And I high fived. And he was like, because we've done at other parties that we've high fived and it's always so I call Reggie on, why is he going that was our conversation.
That
And
was a
then
conversation.
Reggie says, Jameka, he's expressed to you that he doesn't like the high. I said he's never said he doesn't like a high five. He's never once said that. So then Reggie apologized to me. Well, first he said, you didn't tell me the whole thing. I thought you said that he was upset. I just said that he just goes, I don't even know what means. That doesn't mean he's upset, doesn't mean anything. It just said he goes, when I don't describe it as anything because I don't know what means until I say to him, what does mean? I don't know what mean. So I don't know. I just said he said So I said, why does he say that? That's just weird. Why is it I said he has a woman, so I high-fived him. That was a better choice to me at that moment. That's what I did.
Yeah, and Brooke, she's 1000% right, and I'm gonna be fully transparent here. My explanation for the situation was trying not to expose the whole entire picture.
Right, 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 right.
You
Well,
know,
y'all done
and
put it on
so,
the table. Shit.
but now that it's out there, yeah, uh, I didn't like the fact that he wanted to hug in that situation.
Yeah.
I personally believe, since we're talking about it now, I personally believe the energy in which they shared needs to stay far away from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh my-
I
because
agree.
it can be perceived as inappropriate.
It was
Okay.
ugly, Reggie. It was ugly.
And that was the crux of my concern with him wanting to hug, and
Mm-hmm.
even with her with the high five, you know.
It comes across, Reggie, as people, it comes across as unfinished.
Ugh.
Exactly.
It comes
And
across as, and I'm
and
talking to
that's what
you,
I was
Reggie. I'm
trying
not
to
talking
avoid to
to
say.
Jameka. I'm talking to you, Reggie. I'm not even,
Yes.
we're
Let's have this
just you and
conversation,
I
Brooks.
talking right now, Reggie.
Right.
So I'm just saying it comes across as unfinished. And for him, it comes across as definitely his allegiance is somewhere other than where it
We should
maybe
be.
should be if
Exactly.
he's in this other relationship.
Yeah.
And then
And
how
go
many
ahead.
events do these two end up in the same space? Because
Oh, here we go.
yeah, because the understanding is it may be more often than is comfortable.
In the
Wow.
circles in which they travel, it will most likely
Wow.
be several times a year.
This is
Wow.
my point. So, and how do I know this? I don't
Wow.
know.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, Reggie, that these things,
Wow.
right, give the appearance of impropriety,
Right.
Wow.
right? It may not even be our intent, but they may give the appearance. And when you are in a committed relationship,
101. Talk about it.
that can be a problem.
Wow. Okay. Well,
Mhm.
I have learned something in bedroom noise. And if I offended anyone in that situation, that
We
was
weren't even
not
talking about
my
you, but whatever.
that was not my intentions, or any other women that have learned tonight that that wouldn't have been appropriate. That I apologize as well. I on everything. I do not I'm not a mess starter. I do not like I don't do those kind of things. I thought I was doing was right. I did not know a high five meant that. I did not. I promise on
Reggie,
everything.
would you be okay if your girl high fived her ex dude when she was with you?
No, but I got a great story for you. A great story.
Well, I couldn't hear you. You broke up.
Your mic is a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
It's fuzzy still.
Oh, we
That's
can't hear
probably
you.
that's probably the Lord telling you to shut your face enough.
Oh, wow.
Let me take you off the stage.
She told you.
Yes, Ariam, we are all here to learn. And I'm serious. I am so sorry. I did not, I thought never mind. I'm done with me. It's not, I'm done. We are done with that topic. And again, I apologize to all. If anybody know anybody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And Brooks, you sound like you know the whole thing, which you wasn't even freaking there at all. So
Hey,
I don't know.
let me say this to you. Okay.
Whatever.
I'm gonna just say
What I
okay.
have on? What I have on?
I told you we'll talk after
No,
this.
no.
I
What I had
promise you
on?
we'll
No,
talk.
I want you to tell me that now.
I'm trying to verify. I'm verify. Text me old boy's name.
I'm not doing none of this with you.
Text
Why you
text me
can't tell
old
me?
boy's
But why you can't tell me what I had on?
text me old boy's name. Because if it's the same name, then I know for sure I was there. Text me old boy's name.
Okay, but what did I have on?
Just text me his name.
Okay, so we're gonna argue. Okay.
No, for real.
Jesus. Just throw up your gang sign next to for real.
Ah,
On Paru. On
absolutely
Paru.
correct.
On mother freaking Paru. On mother freaking Paru.
We'll do your bird call.
That's crazy.
But
Can you
those
hear
are
me?
the things.
Oh shit.
If you are in
I
a
can't hear
committed
you.
relationship,
Hold on. Hold on.
hmm, It's that basement system that gets you every time. It's the basement.
Brooks.
Yes.
Okay, I think when Reggie went out, it messes up my
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Oh, but you see, I haven't been in the basement all night tonight. Eh. What's that song called? Quiet on the Creep.
But you know what though? I think that was a good conversation only because the conversation is after a relationship is over, what's appropriate and what's not.
And I thought I was appropriate.
Absolutely.
And I just learned tonight I was not appropriate. And again, I do truly apologize if I was not trying to cause no, I thought I was doing the right thing on everything. I have been in situations where, and it's maybe in that situation, in that people hug their exes and stuff, and I'm if you introducing you properly, again, I didn't even know she was there, but if you introduce, I'll hug your ex.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Again, I think is having the conversation with your partner. If she might have been okay. Oh, hold on. She might
I
have.
don't know. Did you text me?
And I'm not going to text you because you are full of crap, dude.
And you know what? Okay, you keep on. I'll find out from the other side then. Don't worry about it.
Okay, Op.
Carlos,
All
you
right,
want
Op.
to
All right, Op. My iPad is dead. It's dead. I can't even. Look, I have to have some complication. I can't have everything go right.
It just go smooth all night.
If my internet's going right, something gonna have to go down.
Damn.
Gina, I'm gonna try to get Reggie up here one more time. Actually, y'all tag teaming me. I don't like this bull crap, to be honest.
I think we're good. Reggie brings some. I'm glad you have Reggie in your life. I really am, because Reggie seems like he got a firm grasp on things and he's telling you right.
Oh, she's been like the most blessing in my life, my whole entire life, ever since she's
okay. All right. Well, at least it go back and forth then.
Yeah. So it's just been it's been amazing and stuff. But I'm
My
sorry.
chat went away. What'd you say?
I said my internet messed up, so forgive me. So moving forward, where are we at?
We're at the Jameka Necole has learned that she was inappropriate that night. And she also has apologized on behalf of everybody involved in the situation. This was not supposed to be like the topic of it at all. I thought I was trying to give an example of doing the right thing in life. And I've learned that was not how to do that.
Well, you're trying. That's what's important.
Huh?
You're trying. That's what's important.
I'm trying what, Brooks? What am I trying?
You're trying to be right. That's important.
I am. I try to learn every day, and I do make mistakes, and I will make mistakes. But that wasn't one that I purposely tried to do. But anyway, I'm done with it. What else can I learn tonight?
You got the topics.
Well, the show is we are in an exclusive committed relationship. And so we just been talking about different things when you go in that direction, things that could possibly cause problems in relationships that we're trying to avoid, not causing problems in relationships.
Yeah, there's a lot of disrespectful things that you can do in relationships. And as we've discussed, some of them very unwittingly. Right. So I think, like I said, just having detailed conversation with your partner and then making sure that you don't do anything that attracts negative attention. So I think that's important.
Yes. So, yes. And so that's the whole thing, thinking of your partner when you're doing X, Y, and Z, because what your behavior do can affect and it can bleed onto your partner.
So
right?
do you have old time conversations with your ex?
What'd you say?
You have throwback conversations with your ex. Would you think that was appropriate to have throwback conversations with your ex? Like, let's say you have a child playing a sport.
Mm-hmm.
They have a child playing a sport, and you guys are at practice together and you guys are sitting over there cupcaking, would you think that's okay?
The answer would be no.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, unless the significant others are fine with it. If somebody in the parties, if her significant other or his significant other, someone has a problem with it, then it's no. I don't think it needs to be anything you need to be having conversations about or anything like that.
Okay.
Well, most people don't share what they feel is inappropriate. So things happen in a moment, in an instant, and we have to recognize if our actions in a room where our significant other is not at would be seen to be inappropriate if they walked in the room, then that's most likely inappropriate.
Yeah.
But often we don't recognize or the significant other isn't willing to say, "Hey, I'm uncomfortable with that," until it builds up.
That's correct.
That's correct. And that's why I'm saying this is why we're holding this podcast tonight. This is what the topic is, because I do think people need to put all that on the table, and as much as I think it's kindergarten, elementary, like that is situation and all these other things that we've talked about tonight, it's really just having, laying up with your person and throwing these scenarios out like this, right? And so now everybody's on the same page, or at least it's a discussion. And you can have it, so if I'm okay, because somebody in a relationship, that person could hug their ex, you know what I mean, it has and probably has did it in my, and so maybe why I thought it was no, you know what I mean. So depending on where you're coming from and what's okay with you, you may not think of anything. You might think, oh, at least you did this and not that last time you did this.
That's the
let me
thing.
tell you a story, you guys. So my ex-husband got up. This is no lie. His sister, his kid's mother, sister. So they still consider each other family and stuff like that. So his sister-in-law got up, passed away. She passed. We were at the funeral. At the funeral, he gets up and tells a story about him and his ex-wife. When I was like this. When they went to Hawaii and they didn't get their hair wet, like what? Out of all the 1,020,000 freaking stories that you can share, you decide you want to share that story? I was like, I felt so embarrassed. I felt like, what the heck? So if you come from that, and then the next time he go and he may high five her, I'll be like, at least he did that and I did this. You know what I mean? Like,
Where you would go with that?
I'm just saying, if I'm not where I was at, and now that I'm a little,
Shit, that'd be strike two. Be like, boy, that I would have a problem with that altogether.
Oh no.
So what I'm saying is sometimes, depending on the person you're dealing with, you accept, at least it wasn't this time. It was this time or something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, that happened. That's the truth. And I was so like, I was so embarrassed. Like, what? Out of all the stories that you could have shared, you want to share about you got them two, that you was with your ex-wife and they got about getting their hair wet or something in Hawaii.
Right.
I'm like, wow.
But disrespect is disrespect, and you took that as disrespect.
Yes, I did.
And that wasn't cool because he put you in an uncomfortable position, and you are his wife. Right. So just like when you commit, in my opinion, you're not supposed to put your significant other in an uncomfortable position on purpose in a negative fashion.
You should not. No.
No, I don't think you should. But people don't know that anymore.
Recognize that was so beyond inappropriate. You have to be able to recognize that. You have to be able to understand, filter your thoughts or your actions in real time and say, okay, this is one that I can't tell anymore.
I mean, the fact you thought that was okay is crazy.
Right.
Exactly. And so this is what we're saying. But keep in mind, right? Just like other people who do things and think it's perfectly innocent, it's completely vanilla. Maybe he thought that same thing. Maybe he was ignorant. Maybe he just not aware.
Yeah.
So sometimes that happens, and maybe it's necessary to have a conversation.
Very true.
Yeah, I thought that was like crazy, but I guess it'd be just as this because I guess. I mean, I think that's worse, but
I mean, I think on the scale, I think it's just all bad. I think in this situation, from your perspective, it wasn't that bad. But from the other situation, it was just as bad as you may have felt when he told that story,
okay.
or maybe worse,
I receive it, or worse. Okay, I receive it.
because maybe she feels that she can't compete.
It's no competition. You got him.
Or you,
Hmm?
okay,
Oh, with
if you
the
have a conversation, you have to be able to be objective.
okay.
So, objectively speaking,
Mm-hmm.
just because you don't feel that there's a level of competition doesn't mean that anyone else doesn't feel that there's a level of competition.
Understand, and I'm just trying to share that there it should not be. You are the winner
Here
because
you
I
go.
okay.
I hear what you're saying, but you just receive it from somebody else.
I just want to reinsure her or whoever that we're never competing with each other. Like, what I mean? Never mind. Let's
You
just
digging
forget
a
it.
hole so damn deep.
Never mind.
Just
Don't worry about it.
it's not even about that. The whole point is just like I said, people don't realize sometimes, and it's just unfortunate. And that's why these conversations are so very important. You know, they keep down misinteractions, and that should be the goal, not to have any misinteractions in a relationship. So, what are some other deal breakers, red flags, or things that people shouldn't do while they're in a relationship?
Did I cover the one about the IG, like liking pictures and
No, no,
DMing?
no,
Did
No, not at all.
okay,
no.
so that was one on the list as well. So being in this committed exclusive relationship, you decided this is the direction you're going in. Is it okay for each other, one or both, to be DMing other women?
No, I wouldn't say no.
No.
No,
Do
I
No.
you
wouldn't be
think it's
okay.
okay to like pictures, like I like her in an outfit?
Well, so I guess it depends, but it can
I'm
become a
more,
slippery slope.
I'm more open to that, but it's still a respect level. But I'm way more open to that because if we're going to be publicly posting photographs and images and stuff, people are going to respond. And all of us have quite a bit of followers in the social media world, so I'm more open to that, but it still has to be done tastefully.
Well, first off, if I have a girl and she's liking this dude's pictures every day, I would have a problem with that.
You know what I was thinking? You're on social media and you're like looking and you see your man or your woman with the whole googly eyes.
It's the
That
That
could be a
fantasy eyes. It's the fantasy eyes.
yeah,
okay, the fantasy.
yeah. I mean, that could be a problem. Yeah, absolutely. I think that that could cause issues. Like I said, the whole social media thing it's a lot for me. It's just silly.
Well, the thing about it is it's here. And so that's why you're gonna have to have those conversations because now it's here. What do we do with it? So are we okay with this? Are we not okay with this? Are you
That's
okay if I go by a post and I see you on there?
When,
that's
when you
I
say
mean that,
see when you say see you on there, meaning see you in the comments of the post.
Yes. See you in the comments of the post. Yes.
Oh, well, it definitely going to depends on what the comment is, how appropriate or inappropriate the comment is.
yeah, that's tough though. Social media makes things so much more difficult than it
Yes, it
makes
does.
things very hard. I mean, you bring up a good conversation. It's a great question, and the answer is going to be so vague because it could be just as vanilla could be, and then it could be so much shit in the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it just complicates things for no reason. That sucks to me.
Well, Mika, look, Jamaica, you know you are a test subject for this whole entire question, right? I mean,
What? Which question?
you know, we can actually use you as a crash test dummy right now. For,
Okay, you
for
use me, I guess, because I.
okay,
Reggie,
so
we've already looked at Jamaica's pictures and saw how many likes that she has, and I didn't even bother to go into the comments and seeing, all the appropriate or inappropriate commentary there may have been.
that's my
Don't.
point.
Yeah, I figured.
Jamaica's outfit, and she has a history of really nice outfits. It's my cousin, and she knows which one I'm talking about. Anyway, she has a history of this, and
No, 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 no. Can we clarify history of this? This history of what?
of your fancy dresses.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure this is so. I have a history of wearing some little cute dresses.
Her
Your
fancy
dresses are nice, and I think, and I don't think they're distasteful.
no fancy
Mm,
dresses. That's
Yeah,
mhm.
it.
I mean, I think your dresses are very nice. I think you go out of your way to find very nice dresses. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think
Right.
there's anything wrong with that at all.
Okay.
Now, what
Yeah.
you do with them, completely different conversation.
So her comment feel varies, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that variation in a relationship, that comment feel can really be uh, a deal breaker for some people.
I agree. I
Yeah,
agree because you have a way you can weaponize a dress.
exactly.
I go
Yeah,
well. Okay.
yeah. You can weaponize a piece of fabric, and that can become an issue. Then that's true. I don't think you realize that. Like you probably don't even. You
She
probably do
really
it
doesn't realize it.
unassuming. I
She
would
doesn't.
believe that,
Okay.
but
So
it can be.
one hand we say the dresses are appropriate and nice and cute, and then another hand it can be weaponized.
You know, I
Right?
own a photography company, right?
I do know that, and yeah, I
Okay.
know that.
So then you do realize that I can take a picture and I can do so many different things. I can make you look so many different ways just by the different angles that I shoot you.
I just take regular pictures. I don't do angles and stuff.
No, there's some ill intent sometimes with some of those pictures, believe it or not. I don't know whether you're aware or not, but you
Some
gotta be.
ill intent. Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely some ill intent with some of those pictures that yeah, come on
Mm,
now.
okay. Okay.
I see one pic, you know, whatever. I'm not even
No,
gonna
no.
mess.
What? Go ahead.
I'm not because I
No,
took
don't
liberty
go
if
ahead
I
because
wanted
like I
to,
don't
but
know
I'm
what
not
you're
gonna
gonna
mess
say.
with you tonight. I
Okay.
got your cousin on here. I'm gonna just be very respectful.
Oh, trust me, that shit.
I'm just be very respectful, man, because I do respect you. You know, you're great people, but some of the
She's
pictures and some of
incredible.
the things,
She's an
yeah,
incredible person, and
You guys are
no, the level of innocence
it's so crazy.
the level of innocence, that Jamaica has, people would not believe it. Okay, they just would not believe it because the heart is pure. She has no ill will or any of that, and she walks in moves in a space where the world recognizes her, and
yeah, I can believe that.
it's all good nature and innocence, but the world doesn't necessarily perceive it that way.
Yeah,
There's people who will see it in a whole different light, and those are the ones that we're talking about. And then when
because
it
when
comes
I
to
see some of the
relationships,
angles on these pictures, I'm like, oh, okay,
right?
you know, because it's not shot.
It's not
You,
what?
it's the way it's shot. Some of these pictures are shot. They're not shot. How can I say it? They they're shot in a way that's going to elicit a reaction. And you may not be doing it on purpose, but it happens.
They say definitely dresses like a woman. Definitely dresses like a woman. Woman.
Yeah.
And most men love to see their women dressed like a woman,
Yeah,
uh,
absolutely.
beautiful,
Absolutely.
So
feminine,
my
and all of the above.
That's true.
so mind you, I'm not in a relationship too. You guys know this, right?
What does
Really?
one have to do it too?
Oh, I didn't know you meant like if I was,
Where are you going with this? What do you
because you guys said you normally a man. Reggie, the statement you just made. What did you just say?
I
You said
said that men enjoy seeing their women and others as well, feminine, beautiful, sexy outfits, and all the above.
yeah, and that's why I came back and said I'm not. You guys know I don't have a man.
Yeah.
But I don't
I
understand
think,
how bedroom noise. I don't understand how bedroom noise turned into a Jameka Necole
well,
thing.
because we're just you said you could be used as a test subject. The point I'm trying to make is, or the point that was trying to be made was basically that even when you were in a relationship, you were taking those pictures.
What relationship?
Jameka, when you were in your last relationship, you were taking the same type of picture.
I was not. I wasn't even on social media like that.
When you were with the last dude that you
Go back and look at my social media. When I was in relationship, wasn't even posting anything on social media.
okay.
I'm pleading the fifth.
That's the
Yeah,
fact.
I ain't saying shit. I just stop talking.
Go back and look.
I already
Do you
know
know,
better, but all right, it's cool.
Brooks?
Huh?
When I was in said relationship, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
even post hardly any pictures on social media. Go
Well,
back
you
and
do
look.
realize there's a difference between none and hardly any.
I I didn't even. I don't remember even. I don't even remember posting any pictures really.
Okay. All right. Well, if you say you didn't, you didn't. Then we'll just leave it at that. It's fine.
No, because
All right.
you're not. I didn't even get social media until 2019. I didn't even have social media until 2019.
Okay. And you broke up with old boy in 2019.
No, I'm not saying that at all. No, it wasn't
Okay. I
2019.
think there's a little confusion. And when did you break up with your last
No,
relationship?
we're not about to do this. We're not
Okay, there
about
we
to
go.
do.
'Cause
We're
the
not about to
timeline
do this.
laugh a little bit, but it's fine. It's okay. No problem. My brain is foggy. You know, you said as we get older.
I didn't
I'm
even
not
post pictures on
suffering from the
social
brain
media
Oh
at
fog.
yeah,
all.
you did
I
say
wasn't
that,
even.
huh? Yeah, we
Yeah,
getting old.
we
Yeah,
we get a
yeah,
little foggy.
yeah,
Maybe
we got
maybe
this
it's us,
fog,
Reggie.
yeah, this cloud in the head, from the age thing. I'm sorry, Mickey.
You guys are
The point is,
absolutely.
the point is
What's the
sometimes
point?
when you post pictures or whatever the case may be, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not just you, just saying, just the royal you, right? You have to be careful how you post a picture because a picture can take on a life of its own.
Brooks, can I say something?
Yes.
If I would have posted pictures when I was in that relationship, it would not have been okay. So I know for sure
No,
that I did not
we're
post.
talking moving. Yeah, we're talking moving forward. We're not even talking about that anymore. We let that go. We got
No,
brain
we're not
fog.
gonna let it go and just you leave it there and I don't explain it. Like you just get to leave it at the table. No. If I was in that relationship at that time, it would not have been okay if I posted pictures. So I already know that's not true. So yeah, now
All right,
we can move on.
all
Now
right.
we
We
can move
know you
on.
didn't do that, so let's move on. So, all
Now
right.
we
So
can move
moving
on.
on now. So you have to be careful of the angles in which you take pictures and things like that. So,
Regardless if I'm in a relationship or not, is that what you're saying?
well, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a lot of attention, look, you're a voluptuous woman. Your shape
Oh
is
my.
voluptuous, right?
Oh my.
So you have to be very careful with how you present because unintentionally you can present in a way that you may not be intending to.
Yeah, and I just be right here in this little house. So I don't know but anyway, I hear you. Okay, so be careful of my poses. I should pose differently, right?
We're saying be
Or my
careful with your
angles.
image, which be careful with your image in general. Okay, just be careful with your image in general. That's all we're saying, right?
Okay.
So if you don't want inappropriate attention, then you have to be careful with how you post and the different things that you post, right?
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
post out of thighs, that can become a problem. So just saying, right? You
Okay.
you got your back turned and you trying to be a eagle with a big old ass. That's a problem.
It was an angel. It was angel wings.
I didn't say about anybody. See, I didn't say about anybody.
But I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
doing.
just should. I'm
This is
talking about
bedroom.
only a
This is
hit dog
bedroom
hollers.
noise. It's bedroom
Reggie,
noise, and we're
only
not
a
about.
hit dog hollers, Reggie.
It's bedroom noise, and we're not about to do is be here funking and playing around. I already know what you're going for. You don't have to like hide behind it. I'm good with it.
All I said was, if you got two hands full of ass out,
Here we go.
and
So
people can see it. I'm
here we
just
go.
saying that it may send the wrong message. That's all I'm saying. Depending on what you're trying to
Sh-
inflict.
Should a man hold the door if he's in an exclusive?
Oh, that's a good one.
If a man is in an exclusive committed relationship, should he be holding the door? It's almost the same thing as the woman accepting a drink. It's kind of as much as equal we can get. That's unless you can think of something else. I was trying to think of something that was kind of close to equal so we can play this thing.
Are we holding the door in the presence of this woman, or are we holding the door and this woman is nowhere to be seen?
Huh?
Okay, are we holding the
That's a
door
good question.
open for a woman with his woman present,
Oh,
or is she not present?
it could go either way. We could talk about both, but probably the woman is in presence, or
The most men are that are polite men are going to definitely hold a door in the presence of a woman if she's entering and exiting, and he has access to that door.
You got to be a gentleman at all times. So it is what it is.
Yes.
You hold the door open for the lady.
Okay. What if she's in presence of the girlfriend or wife or the?
He's going to make sure that his girlfriend or wife enters first, and everyone else that's adjacent to that proximity of entering that door will then be able to coincide as well.
Right.
Okay. So
Would
do
you
you
as a
think that
woman be okay with that?
I'm okay with a guy holding the door for a woman? I do, whether he was in my presence or if I was there. If he did not hold the door, I would feel some kind of way. Me personally.
Right.
If he held the door for everybody and never held the door for me, then I'm probably in my feelings.
Okay.
That's the same thing I feel about men complimenting women. They walk by and they're like, "Oh my God, look at her." I'm not tripping about that as much, especially if I'm getting complimented all the time. I may
So,
compliment her with you, like, "Oh my God, yeah, she is bad."
so I think that's like probably a faux pas. That's probably not cool if you are, commenting on. So sometimes that can border on disrespectful, in my opinion.
Yeah, it can. It happens.
So like if I'm with somebody, I don't see anybody else.
Yeah. Most people. No, I mean, sometimes it's not verbally they're saying she's bad. It's they're looking at them while,
Yeah,
like constantly.
I don't want to do that. That's in my mind, that's very disrespectful. So I try to be very respectful at all times.
Those are men who haven't learned how to move in small spaces and spaces of women, and definitely not in the presence of their own woman. They're just not familiar
Yeah.
how to move. You
Yeah, that
don't.
seems very disrespectful when that happens. That's something I would not do.
Hey, DZ. Um, okay, so that's a no. You're not glazing, double looking. I mean, you got eyes, so don't expect you not to see, but you're not double looking. I call it double looking or breaking your neck to look. You're not doing that?
Never,
Never ever.
never.
Nobody not doing that up here. No man, y'all not doing that. Men are in the chat. Are y'all breaking your double breaking your necks to do that when you're
If
with
they
your?
respect me or not.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Otherwise, they would have 2 or 3, and they just seen a 9 or 10 that they would rather be with.
And they don't care about the 2 or 3 that they with.
Exactly. They'll exchange her in a heartbeat.
Right.
Okay. 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 What is the other one I have? Did I talk about the getting rid of the nudes? Did I talk about that one already?
We
Getting rid of
talked
the
about
nudes?
that.
Okay.
But the
We
other
talked about
conversation
that.
is, do you have to hold hands when you're in a committed relationship? Is it necessary to hold hands?
It's not necessary to hold hand. I think if that's who you are, that's who you are. Um, you know, um, but yeah, if you're not, then you're not. But holding hand kind of shows that you kind of like each other a lot
I
sometimes.
like holding hands. That's
I
fun.
like holding hands too. I
Holding
like
hands.
when you're in a car. I like holding hands in a car too. I think it's cute. Or put your hand on my thigh or
Well, that's what
something.
2 Chainz said.
Huh?
2 Chainz, don't worry about it. Left hand on that
Uh,
steering wheel. Just, don't worry about
what do you
it.
say?
2 Chainz,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, Reggie?
What did you say?
2 Chainz, left hand
Oh,
on that steering wheel.
oh yeah, yeah, the right hand.
Anyway,
R-
so
RM says double looks is cheating.
I
Ooh,
would, I mean, I don't think that's looked upon fondly. You
cheating?
know, I don't think that'd be looked upon fondly. How about dressing alike? Do you have to dress complimentary? I mean, not exactly alike, but complimentary. Is that necessary?
I haven't done that
Kinda-
since
Go ahead, Reggie.
I haven't done that since high school. Dressing alike.
Yeah. So do you have to be complimentary, like kind of wear the same colors, but not necessarily the same thing, or
I think that's cute sometimes. I've seen women do where they went back and changed. Like, oh, he wearing blue, so I'm gonna put on blue. But they're not like super like twinsies and stuff. But they
right,
kind of
right.
have the same kind of. I think that's cute in a way. That's cute, cute. But if you got exactly outfits together, that's.
No,
Hey,
not
DZ.
exactly. It's just like same color or whatever. Is that something you subscribe to? Or that's something you do?
I think it's kind of cute. I think it's
Okay.
kind of cute. I think sometimes, to be honest, if you really kind of vibe with a person, sometimes it just happens. Like it just, like it's not really even planned. It could just happen too. So sometimes that's the case, and then sometimes it's like, oh, you wearing blue today? I'm wearing blue too. Kind of thing. That can be kind of cute. But all that extra on hecka on dress, that's not cool. That's not cute.
I have a large selection of ties, so I can normally grab a tie that can accent uh, what what a dress is, the color of her dress or her outfit. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Jay-Z ain't twin Beyonce.
Right?
They're not wearing the same color theme kind of thing. You see
I,
people, I see people on the ground with the matching like swim trunks and swimsuits. Would you guys be down for that?
no.
No, I pass on that one.
Oh,
I
No?
pass. Yeah, I pass on that one.
yeah,
No,
no, I
yeah.
don't think I could do that. I mean, it just so there's some things taking, but I was wondering what the level of expectation is. That's why I was asking the question because I was just wondering if there was a level of expectation to hold hands everywhere we go or things of that nature.
Yeah, I don't think you have to like hold them, like keep it. I mean, it's just like you just glued to each other and stuff. Like your hand might be hot and sweaty, and So, but I think start off you can hug, hold hands, and then later on it's just like a vibe. You have a feeling. They like require like give me your hand. That's you just kind of want to have that happen, and it just happened. I think
Okay, that makes sense. I
you
guess
know
that'll work. So
because we
yeah,
write together anyway, so.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Do you think it is important in an exclusive, committed relationship that you sleep in the same bed together, or should somebody downstairs on the couch and somebody upstairs in the bedroom? Do you think it's important to have that every night if you're living together, let's say, or if you're in each other's presence that you're sleeping together?
I think not only is that important, but it's also important how you sleep together. I did not realize this until later, but it is the way your bodies intertwine that is important too.
Okay, DD said if you live together, absolutely freaking yes. But somebody better not be downstairs
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
couch. Bring your
But you
butt up
want your
here.
bodies to lock together. I mean, you want to be, for it to just be natural.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's very important. While it brings a special level of connection and safety in that moment of sleeping. So it's important.
Yeah,
So
but I
RM
mean,
brings up a good point. If you have
yeah.
sleeping problems, so somebody might have a sleep mask on or whatever it's called, or they snore really, really loud. Do you give them the pass?
Uh, there has to be some coping techniques that you could do, but I think sleeping together is part of bonding.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. I mean, people may believe different, but if you're not sleeping together, then I think there's some distance there.
Yeah. Then you have to go all the way downstairs to be like, huh, or all the way somewhere if
Yeah,
you
and then
need
sleeping in
something.
another room. How about, oh, okay. So what does spontaneity look like in a committed relationship?
What it looks like, just that.
Yeah, so if so no, for real. I mean, because this is a conversation that people don't have.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're in a committed relationship, can I have it whenever I want it?
Mm. That's
So
a
if
great.
we're sleeping at night and I feel like being spontaneous, can I be spontaneous?
I, women, because I think so. I think so.
Or would that be a problem? But I think this is it's a conversation that we should have.
Yeah, no, I think so. Like, yeah, especially if you're saying I don't want you to go somewhere else, then yeah.
I
And
don't
that's
think
a real
I
grown
think
person conversation there. I mean, that's so much of a grown person's conversation.
yeah.
In that moment, are you being denied? Are you being denied access? And especially when you're in a marriage, because if you're in a committed relationship of marriage, and you're saying that that I'm your everything for life, and we're not swinging, and we're not sharing. Uh, so is it ever appropriate to say no? I
I,
mean,
I I don't think it, unless it's a medical issue or something. I may not give you all like a lot of life. You know what I mean? It
you
may
just
not be a
dead
whole
on it.
lot of life. It's not
Make
gonna
it a
be
good
dead.
thing.
It's not gonna be dead, but it may
That's
not,
dead
like if
sex.
I'm so tired, or you know what I mean. But I'm you going, you're not, So I think is in that kind of a situation, I feel like you should do what's needed. And I think in the man as well, because there's some men like, so especially, if you're out there messing with Shaquita and Shay Shay, you gonna have to make sure you can take care of everybody, so you can't get tired. So you have to also be, when she's ready, you have to be able, do you get to tell her no?
Well, I thought we
'Cause
wouldn't worry about Shay Shay and Shaquita. We're talking
Right.
about one thing. Yeah,
What,
I
what
Right.
what I'm saying is, what I'm talking about with Shay Shay and Shaquita is that you can't come home and then be tired because you
well,
took care of Shay Shay and Shaquita. So that's what I'm saying, that it has to be both sides, because you always hear about the women. Oh, but there's men also that the woman may want it, and they're not giving it up because they're tired for what. It doesn't mean they're messing with anybody, because it could be work, it could be whatever, and they're struggling as well.
I think I think each party has I think each party has the obligation to be there as much as they can for the other person. I think it's okay for someone to say, "Hey, I'm done tonight. You know, I
Mhm.
can't go. Or something like that." That's okay as long as it's on occasion. I also don't want a woman to feel as though she has to do this so that I don't go do something else, like out of obligation.
right, right, right.
You know, when I come next to her, I just want her dripping all down her leg. I want her excited to be around me. I want her to want me, right?
Mhm.
Whenever she smells me whenever she smells the pillow and it smells like me, I want her to get off,
Yeah.
right? That's what I would want. I want her to be that attracted to me, you
Well,
know.
yeah, that's going to determine how you're treating her. Because if you're treating her right, like I said in one podcast, there's not going to be too much of nothing that you're not going to be able to get from her.
But there you go.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's the goal, right? That's the goal. So I don't want her to feel like if she doesn't do something that I'm gonna run somewhere else. That I don't want that type of pressure on
RM says Shaquita on a need to go basis.
her.
And then he also had mentioned about sneaking into a bedroom. Yeah, if you guys would be sneaking into the other room, man, that's crazy.
What do you mean
I
sneaking
don't
in?
know.
Like if the other person is sleeping in one room and you're in the other room. I think that's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was wondering. How would that look? So because there's no spontaneity at that point. It's just like It's a lot of
Yeah.
work.
You have to
Yeah.
actually go and try to go get it, you know.
Yeah.
It's
And
no,
that's,
it's no,
and if the other door is locked and you can't get in, and there's a
Well,
whole
if
nother
it's locked, that's crazy. If it's locked, that's crazy. That's
problem.
crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
what's going on in there, huh? Well, what's going on?
Right. Like, not only you in the other room, but it's locked now. That's crazy.
I locked the door to keep you out. Just won't get none tonight.
Yeah, that's a whole. There's something. That's something needs to happen in that situation. That's
So
crazy.
if you're committed, then does this person, should you tell this person everything? Should this person know everything about you if you're committed, or are there some things that you hold off and keep to yourself even in a committed relationship?
Yeah, that's a good one. I want my person to know everything. I would probably overly share. I just want you to know everything. I want you to know me like you know me. I want you to know me. And I think with that, you have to talk about the good, the bad, I want to feel so safe where I can just disclose my fears with you, my things that I've never shared with people, like I struggle in this area, or I'm scared here. And I just want that. So I think you should know everything. I think you should be able to even tell me about your past. Um, and feel that I'm going to hold that and that's just what it's going to be. But you can't tell me your past and still be living your past and then be mad that I'm now tripping about what you told me about your past. You know what I mean? So if you tell me your past and you're not still living your past, then we're good. But if you're living your past still, then yes, it's going to look that I'm not being very, like you're not being safe with you because you told me something and now I'm using it against you. No, you're still doing that.
So that's hard for guys.
Yes.
Guys, by and large, do not trust women like that.
You can trust me.
Oh, Jesus.
Mm.
That's some
Ooh,
shit.
talk for a while, Brooks. Before I start talking, talk for a while. Help her in this one.
That's the ooh, that road is paved all the way to hell right there. You can trust me. Yeah, you tell a woman something and say you can trust me. Next thing you know, man, it's all over the internet and everything else. Then she using it against you to beat you down, down, down.
That's
That's
not
one
true.
thing
I
most
got I
men
got
don't.
I got a lot of secrets right now that I could disclose. I'm
Yeah, I
serious.
think if it's used against you, yeah, RM 630, 6330, you said it absolutely correct. And a lot of men don't trust women for just that reason, because it's always going to come back when she gets mad or when she can weaponize it. And that's just our experience with women for
Hmm.
the most part. It doesn't mean every woman does it. So, I don't know that men ever get a chance to let their guard down like that.
It really doesn't mean that every woman does it, but what happened, our
Yeah.
experience, our early experiences and experiences through life has proven that it's a risk. It's just, and most men are not going to take that risk because um, a man's secrets is a weapon to women, and it's a dangerous weapon. And most men will hedge on, I'm going to keep this because I can't share it. So when you hear men who hold things in and don't share, because there really isn't a safe space for men to share too
Yes,
deep.
yeah, and you're
Yeah,
right.
there's not.
And
There's
I've
not.
what'd you say, Brooks?
There's not. There's not a
I
safe space for us. There's not a safe space for us to do
Until bedroom noise.
that.
No, I,
Ooh.
I actually thought of that when with this podcast because I shared with you guys before that I have so many men who come and tell me their deepest secrets, and that's for real, no cap, right? And I just wish that we women can get better at that for them, holding them for them. But I think sometimes the only thing that I can think of why it's not held is that women get so upset when certain things happen that they're just, when we talked about war, I think DZ and I talked about on one of the podcasts not too long ago. I went live Friday night too. I think it was Friday night. When it's war, it's war. And so I think that's what happens is that, but I think that a lot of women will keep their, even if they got hurt, they would keep some of the secrets. And I know I got hurt. I've been hurt and I still have secrets that I have kept that I can blow up I can blow it up, and I just haven't did that. But I think that's the character in people too. You know, you either have that character or you don't have that.
Well, Mika, I think it kind of does a disservice when we say that a women only weaponizes these things when something is done to them,
Hmm.
because that's often not the case. Women have weaponized men's deep secrets for a lot of different reasons, and it doesn't necessarily have to have anything because the man has done something to them, and we have to still ask ourselves, is that okay? Because when we hold in certain things and we have no room, no place, no outlet, no version of anyone that we feel safe in expressing this, you know
Hmm.
uh
Mhm.
how do we survive? How do we what do we do with that?
I know that's what scares me. And I want you to be able to not have that on you, that you should be able to, because I don't always feel that you want to go to your boys and have this conversation. Like you guys don't, like us females, we can go to, at least we can go to our girlfriends and share some stuff. I don't always feel like men do that. So if you can't go to your woman and disclose all of this and that, then
That's why the suicide rate is so high for us.
yeah.
Exactly.
RM
You
said
know,
most men want to share, but know it's risky. Risky.
too risky, way too risky to try.
Yeah.
Wow. Fode say it's been real. Y'all take care. Great conversation as usual. Okay, Fode. Appreciate
That's
ya.
it.
Right on, right on.
I know. I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
how these podcasts end up going so long. I swear, when I first started this, it's supposed to be like an hour, and I swear we get going in here, and we get going. I don't know how this happens. But I don't think that is like bad conversation either. I just feel like it's,
No, it's
really
great.
good stuff. So it just happens. And I
It's
always
great. It's
appreciate it.
great.
I always tell people if they have to log off. You can always catch the replay, or rewind it, play it back, run it back. Um, but no. Okay, let me see what. So Ariam says not all homies want will want to listen to the. I know, and so the best next thing is for your woman or women. But see what happens. I find out I'm not with these men or anything, but they come and they talk to me about stuff. So
wait,
I'm
what?
always like, wow, why do I get this? But also at the same time, so thankful that they do feel that they can have someone they can talk to, and I hold their secrets. I have lots of secrets in my head.
They
That is
just come open up to you out of nowhere.
That's facts. It's
Mm,
facts.
mm.
That's
Wow.
facts. I had a guy, I can tell stories. I had a guy that I was at a day party, and I mentioned it already on here. I had a day party. He was by himself, and I was asking him, I was like, I can't remember. We were talking out at the same table. We were talking, and he said that his woman no longer wants to go out with him anymore. He's done so bad. He's hurt her so much, and he just really want to be able to talk to her. She just pretty much gives him the silent treatment. And he was
Mm,
just going on and on and on and on about it. And this
mm.
happens all the time. It happens all the time. I'm just there like, oh, and he just
And
started
just
telling me all their stuff.
confiding in you out of the blue. That's
Yes,
yeah.
they do. Yes, they do. Yeah.
I believe they do.
He didn't try to talk to me. He didn't ask me for
No,
my
not at
number
all.
or nothing.
Right. He did. Mm-mm. No, he just
yeah, no
sang
at
the
all.
blues to you and just walked on off.
Yeah, we communicated. I'm so sorry that you don't think that's possible, Brooks. I don't know
I
why you
think
think
there
that
was an
I'm just
ulterior motive.
something,
That's it.
huh?
I just think there was an ulterior motive. You didn't fall for it, right? That's all I said. He swung and he missed. That's all it was.
You think that's what it was? I don't think
That's
so.
exactly what the hell it was. Somebody coming you out of the blue, tell you, all right.
But that happens all the time.
This is the innocent part of my cousin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
What?
I'm gathering that. I'm
Yeah.
really gathering that now.
I,
I'm like,
I'm sure
you
you was
know,
figuring that out. Yeah,
it
correct.
is so hitting home right now.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Now
so
you see
hitting home.
exactly what I was talking about, right?
She's like,
Le-
it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, let me share this with you. I don't think everyone that has a conversation with me, holds the door for me, say hi to me, likes me.
I
And
don't
you
think
would be
either one.
mistaken.
That
Yeah,
is, you guys are not.
I don't think everybody
Thank you
likes
for trying
you.
to hype me up, but I do not need a hype, and I'm okay, and that's not true.
I don't
Not
think everybody likes you like that either. But I will say this: I think if a dude comes to you and holds your ear for an amount of time at a party like that, no, he's trying to do something else. He's trying to get an in.
maybe he was sad, and he's just trying to understand. RM says, I'm not smiling at nobody no more. I'm not high fiving nobody. I am not.
Wait.
Don't.
No,
Have
you
you ever
got to be
seen
you.
you seen Five Heartbeats?
Yes.
Yeah, he tried to shy brother you. That's what that shit was.
So all the times it happens to me, that's the case for everybody. That's the case.
No, no, that's it all the time.
9 times out of 10, these dudes they running game, man. Come on. Nobody
Not,
comes to a person out of the blue, but he picks you. This is the funny part. Is like it's who they pick. It's all these things. Not that you like some kind of knockout and you the finest person in the building. But the point is, they ain't picking no. They're not picking no twos. They ain't going to talk to no ugly chick and tell her all trying to get a sympathy fuck out no ugly chick. It's like, come on, man.
they ain't picking
Sympathy.
a
He
girl that
was
they
sad. He was sad about his
I'm sure
girl.
he was. You know what they say? Don't let a shoulder to cry on become a what?
I don't know that
Right.
saying.
So if he was a female, that's exactly how it would be. But because he's a male, he's hoping you're gonna take pity on him. That's the saddest kind of Mac.
That's crazy.
yeah,
So,
Yeah,
because
so,
that's
so, so I'm also in peer support at my job, right? So I have people that come and talks to me about their personal life, their professional life, things that's going on. They come to me and we have these. So I just feel like that's just me. People feel for whatever reason they just come and they
but
talk.
in that case you have a title and people will know that you're there for that service. So that's a lot different.
look,
You are
you
a
say
service.
Shaquita, not your sympathy stories.
See, I'm afraid to switch over because I can't see the comments. So y'all gotta let me know.
Oh, okay. It says Shaquita not hearing sympathy stories. So I used the name Shaquita for so Shaquita,
He's right though. He's
not the
right.
Shaquitas.
No, but you over there listening, like, oh yeah, I'm sure it was so bad.
Because I want to help. Because that's the reason how I started this podcast. Because I want to
You pat him up.
restore. I want to restore, rebuild, and reconnect love and relationships. So
Did you
to me,
pat him
it
up
makes
afterwards?
sense. Like nothing
I want to
about
know.
this.
Did you pat him up?
No,
Okay, you gave him
Did
a
you
hug, didn't you?
did you touch your shoulders?
I did not.
You gave him
No,
a hug, didn't you?
I did not. No, I
Oh,
did
all
not.
right, okay, all
You,
right, okay. You ain't give him you ain't give him a hug.
No,
All
you
right,
didn't you
so
didn't
high
give him
five
a hug,
you.
and when you left, you didn't give him a hug.
I want to throw a middle finger up.
Well,
No,
that's a fair question.
I did
I bet
not.
I put money she gave him a hug.
I did not. I'll put it on. I'll put it on.
Does he have your
I
number?
The queen hugger.
no. No,
Okay.
he did not get my number. He did not. We did not hug. I did not high five him.
He got your
No
IG.
Instagram, no nothing, no way to contact you.
No, he
Okay.
was
All right.
he was he was going. He was grieving. He wished. And you know what I told him? I said, I wish your girl was here to hear you say this. I said that
He
to him. I
don't.
said,
He don't, and then he couldn't be talking with you.
Exactly. He wouldn't be talking to you. He would have never shared that.
you
It was
guys are
beautiful.
making everything so horrible tonight. Everything is so horrible tonight.
This fellow was running game the whole time.
I'm throwing on my gang sign at this point.
That's what you should have done at the first sight of his ass and kept walking.
But this why I had to protect her when she was a teenager.
I believe it. I so believe it now.
So now I'm just
God,
an airhead. Now I'm just an old
No, ain't nobody saying.
airhead.
No,
no
you
one's saying that,
have
but
a
we were
beautiful
just saying, yeah.
Jamaica. You have a beautiful spirit and a beautiful soul, and you are sincere. So don't get it twisted whatsoever. only thing Brooks and I are saying is that most men are running a hustle, and especially when you start, conversating with women who are sevens, eights, nines, and tens. Okay, because the proximity to those, a lot of men don't get to that. And if they find a innocent 7, 8, 9, or 10, okay, and possibility,
Guys,
the
that's
possibility
crazy.
is
Innocent. Y'all is crazy.
You go to this
I'm
whole
very
party, you find
okay.
yourself over there in the corner crying with old J
yeah,
Bone. It don't even make sense. What
over
the
there
hell y'all
crying
talking
together and
about?
stuff, telling war stories, and the next thing you at the
You
hotel
know,
room.
one time someone left me too. What the hell is this?
Ariam said, "It's the smile." I'm not smiling at nothing no more. I'm done. Y'all,
No,
I'm gonna have my mug on.
no, you got to do you. You have to always do you.
No, you know what it is? It's that 36, 24, 36. That's exactly what it is right there. It is the
34.
build. That's what it is. It's the build. It's a voluptuous build. It's just that
Okay.
simple. And
Let me
women
move
like
on to the next question. You know what? It's time to wrap up tonight.
yeah.
I
Wait,
You've taken enough tonight. I get it.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. And I have learned a lot from bedroom noise.
hey,
See,
Mika, wait,
he said it right there.
Mika,
What do you say? Okay, what do you say? Jamaica's working out. What? Jam Meek's working out, guys. Intentions to sex. Oh, what? Intentions to sex. What's that mean? Jam Meek's working out, guys. Intentions to sex.
Yeah, I mean, oh boy, his intentions were not pure. That's what he's trying to
It
say.
wasn't. He
no,
ran game.
Hell
He
no.
ran a play on me.
his story was
Wait, you were at a day party. He came to a day party to cry, dressed in all white, no less, to cry on your shoulder. Come on, and you fight anyway.
was he a good looking dude?
I was concerned about him getting helping rebuild, reconnect, restore, and relationships and love.
Reggie, he
Whatever.
looked
I
a
don't
lot
know.
better when he was remorseful and tears coming out his eyes, and he was down there crying, talking about how
So
lonely he was, and how sad he was, like a little lost puppy dog.
He stressed to me that he was so upset. He wanted his relationship back. And if he so why would he say he wanted his relationship back if he was trying to holler at me?
hey, Brooks, I got 5. He didn't even have a girlfriend.
My point. My point.
You guys, you know what? Thank you for I'm just kidding.
You know what? Hey, if I could just talk to you a little more, maybe I could get things back on track. You look like the type of girl that can help me just straighten everything out at home. You seem to have your head on straight. I can talk to you. I can communicate to you.
I can get pointers.
Yeah, you can help me because
So
sometimes I just don't have the words.
so could I'm just saying, could it have ever been that he was just honest and that was the case, or is it that you don't believe that at
It,
all that was his intention?
I
At a
mean,
day party dressed in all white.
that's
He
Yeah,
was
his.
not. He wasn't even. It wasn't even an all white party. Does that help that it wasn't all white, or is it only at the all white parties this happened? Because it wasn't an all white party.
okay, so let me paint the picture this way. Okay, I'm gonna have all this going on. I'm gonna go to a party. I'm gonna seek you out and just start crying on your shoulder out of nowhere. I don't know you. We're not from the same place. 1% chance. Thank you.
I happened to sit at the table he was sitting at, and the conversation just started.
Organically,
So
huh?
he didn't seek me out or anything
Mm.
like that. I was just bam right there, bam,
That
Opportunist.
was it, huh?
just right there.
Mm, mm,
Opportunist.
mm.
I don't understand how bedroom noise turned into Jamaica Nicole tonight. I don't
You
know
accepted
how
the
this
challenge as a
happened.
test dummy.
I test, yeah.
That's basically
I
it.
think that's how it happened. Okay. Long as we're learning and growing, I'll take one for the team.
You the
I,
host.
I take
yeah,
one for the team. This is a team over here. This is a family situation over here. You
I think
guys.
I think you speak to a lot of women
Now this is great
who
because I learned some stuff today, boy.
I think you speak to a lot of women who may not understand these things, and so I'm glad we were able to have this conversation tonight. And it's really good that you were so forward, open, and honest because for real, I think a lot of females do this, and it causes a lot of problems in their relationships, and I don't think they understand where the problem comes from.
Yeah.
Very
Because
true.
honestly, some things that we do, I don't think is done purposely. There's some things I do think, some things is not okay. Um, Physical touch. I mean, I guess like, gosh, I didn't, okay. So yes, I do think that. I mean, and of course, if you're doing stuff over and over after someone shared with you after he said that's not okay, then no, you're absolutely out of line. But I think there's some things that, this big age of mine, I didn't think I thought that was the better thing to do. So
Yeah, certain things there men think that they shouldn't have to say. I think about this. There's certain things I think people think that they shouldn't have to say in a relationship. But I think just in our conversation tonight, you could see how more things need to be discussed, and I think we discussed them in real time. And I hope a lot of people were able to learn from those examples.
I hope so too. I
Yeah,
hope
most
so
If,
too.
if you're a woman and a man just hones in on you all of a sudden and he has a bunch of home problems and he's starting to tell you about his home life and you know talking to
This,
you over a few drinks and know that that's bullshit.
yeah, and this is when you do all that extra stuff that bothers my nerves. When you
What's
do
that?
that, what you just did.
I like your dress.
wait. I missed something. What extra stuff? What I miss? What I miss? What do you do?
Is Brooks always do the extra stuff? He brings it in, and he's gonna always just try to stick it to you at the end. So he had to do all that roundabout stuff that he just did. It
He
wasn't
was
necessary.
he
It
was
was
wrapping.
not needed.
It was wrapping up.
That's what you call it, Reggie. But I know what he was doing.
You're right.
I know what he was doing.
Transparency is
Trans,
key. That's right.
yes,
And
yes,
knowing is half the battle.
and
Transparent.
honesty and transparency is two different things too. For the record,
Ooh, is it?
it is.
That's right.
Yeah. And people, yeah, yep. So
Can you have
transparency is key.
can you have one without the other?
Huh?
Can you have one without the other?
I think transparency trumps honesty. And I think if you're transparent, you're gonna get honesty anyway. So yeah,
I just see that.
yeah.
Mm.
So if you're transparent, then honesty is it's just you're good in that. But you can be honest and not transparent. But yeah,
That's true. I can see that.
Okay,
yeah,
I agree.
hmm
That's fair enough.
yeah. That's what I think. hmm Okay, well, I think we did an excellent job tonight.
Most
I think
definitely.
we did an excellent job tonight. We covered a lot, and I like these things. I want to let my friends know that Bedroom Noise, we're going to be bringing um, couples on, talk about relationships and couples. We're going to bring maybe a husband and wife that's been married for over 20, 30 years, a newlywed couple. We're going to bring divorce women, a divorced woman and a divorced man, and have that kind of conversation. We're going to get into church relationships. We're going to get into a lot of different relationships. I do this once a week. And I've heard my friends say, let's talk about this, let's talk about that. We're going to do it. We have to get it in a week. We're going, I only do it once a week. So we will get to talk about all of those different topics. I'm not for sure what's going to be the topics next week, but we will be back next week. Next week, Thursday on YouTube and Facebook. Bedroom Noise will have another co-host, and we will be talking about it. We will be getting undressed, and we will be chatting about it. So I hope you all come back next week. I want to thank all of my friends for joining me tonight on Bedroom Noise. The ones who returned, the new ones, my new friends, I wanted to say thank you so much. I want to say thank you to my co-host Brooks for always causing problems. Always causing problems. And
Get
then
him,
for
Brooks.
my cousin Reggie, who came up as a guest, I want that to, as an example, that's all you have to do is hit that button, come on and be a third person or even a fourth person up here. We like threesomes and foursomes up here. So feel free to get busy in the chat. I want to thank my SBGB TV family that's on here, RM. He's always, Fode, he left already. SBGB TV, AKA DZ in the house. I appreciate you. And so many more. D Twins was in the house at one point. I just want to say thank you so much for, oh, Ike was in the house. So thank you. So I just want to say, and everyone that I didn't see, I just want to say thank you. I thank you for supporting Bedroom Noise. Any last thoughts you have, Brooks?
Hey, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And Reggie, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Same here, Mika. I'm really super uber impressed, and I know you coming straight from the heart, and I love you for that. Brooks, I'm really comfortable with you being there because you're gonna help keep her straight and keep her on the right path, bro. So it's cool, and I'm gonna pop in every now and then.
I appreciate it.
Okay. I want to say thank you again. And also want to say that we did a moment of silence for Chief Washington before we started. And I want to keep him and his family in our prayers. He has two children, a son and a daughter, and of course, a grieving wife right now. So just keep them lifted up in prayer. I want to say thank you so much. I truly love this topic, and I'm so thankful that you spend your time with me. And I will see you next week. Good night.
Mm-hmm.